I'll start streaming music and stuff for those who care.
Oh fuck, guys, I'm dying.
The wastes of Xhorhas expand toward the horizon beneath the shadow of the Ashkeeper peaks. There's the sound of wind hitting bits of sand and dust as the evening sun sails past the zenith and behind a cluster of cloud covers. The temperature is chilled. The sky is familiar, for it is the same sky that is in proximity to the Empire, grey and with the promise of rain in a day or two. Beyond the mountain's subtle grade, the ominous wastes give way to dead trees, bereft of life, their leaves lost to the season. Clusters of rock and stone jut outwards, some force from an age bygone forming them into small cliffs and faces of stone protrusions that mar the base of the mountainscape. A variety of strange roots and small bushes try to affix themselves into the edges of these stones, but have dried up as the wastes themselves go through the dark and ashen seasons. Beyond that, the open valley below is but a dry, cracked badlands with hints of scrub, brush, and other types of hardy vegetation that has managed to find life here. This land of ash and dust is where our adventurers found themselves, in the northern side of the eastern continent of Winandir, within the shore side of the fishing settlement of Jigao. Lori, I'm gonna turn you down a little bit. You're creaking and cracking all over the place. The Festival of Merit animates the village with music, revelry, and friendly competition. Your group scoured Jigao for spots where contests were staged, and together you collected a total of 7 medals for your efforts. The sun begins to set, and the sound of rhythmic drums echoes throughout the drum bowl, summoning participants to the paddock. Standing in the middle of the road, atop a platform of wooden crates, you see one of the town's elders prepares to address the assembled revelers. This individual is a tall orc with long white hair that falls past his shoulders. He's wearing lengthy robes the color of bronze, and as the drums die down, the orc speaks. I'll show you what this individual looks like, just in case he is relevant later.
Show me!
The orc speaks.
Oh damn, he's old.
Mighty warriors, brilliant strategists, you have impressed us with your feats of strength, your incisive wit, and your sturdy bellies. But the main event, as you know it, is yet to come. Only 2 teams will be chosen to compete in the final challenge, a race through the Emerald Grotto, in the depths of which the greatest prize awaits. Elder Kolbukaz and I shall choose 2 teams among the festival's most successful contestants, and invite them to engage in a race to retrieve a jeweled icon that has symbolized the competitive spirit of Jigao for generations, the Emerald Eye. To the winners of the race shall be bestowed a greater honor, in addition to a grand prize of 100 gold pieces, as they are hailed as city's champions of merit for the next year. You see another joins the orc elder, a blue-robed goblin who you recognize to be the one who gave you the 3 riddles before. You and the crowd watch as Elder Kolbukaz and Elder Ushuru consult between themselves, briefly, pointing at figures in the crowd as they whisper to each other. And in those few moments of silence, you can feel the anticipation across the crowd. They nod to one another and then address the crowd once more. This year's teams to compete for the champions' glory are... A rising drumroll rumbles throughout. The Fate's Fortune,
A fanfare erupts as the people around you cheer and clap at your backs. The elder rises a hand to quiet the crowd as the drums roll once more. To be challenged by the Maroon Quartet. You hear a woman holler and whoop nearby, joined by 4 others. Ao, Maggie, Irvin, Dermot, and Gal Sariad celebrate this chance to go head-to-head against you. The grand finale ceremony is due to start at the cusp of the hour, at sunset. Already you see a procession of what seems like a majority of Jigao's population proceed to the southeastern edge of Jigao. The atmosphere is one of anticipation and excitement. There, on those rocky southeastern shores upon the mouth of the Eifel River where it flows into the Emerald Gulch, sit the Black Isles, and awaits you your final challenge. But you yet have some time should you wish to focus on something else. For the moment, as your party regroups, what do you wish to do?
Do you want to try getting Galvin to party?
I'd say. Oh, quintet. I was spelling it all fucked up.
Same, dude. Same.
I was spelling it like Carquet or something. I'm fucking
Carquet.
dumb. I don't know. I say we do it now because it's like everyone's gathered here. It's like, yeah, guys, we'll be back. The whole town has to wait on us. Plus, it's only like midday right now, so after it's like we have time.
Like, in the
Melina,
evening.
can you ritual cast Find Familiar? I'm
Yes.
thinking you find familiar, you send a spider inside the place because you can like squeeze in between like the cracks and like doors and stuff like that. You kind of just like scout out the place, see if anyone's in there, see exactly what the stuff is, report that to me. I go in, grab it, get out. We're done.
Works for me. Shall
So
we?
first, I can ritual cast, but do we want to do that now because
Yeah, I
this
figured we'd want
ceremony?
to do that after. Because right
Not
now
in front
everyone's
of
looking
people.
at us.
Not like yeah, the cast your spell later when we're like by ourselves alone.
Yeah, later I can ritual cast and bring a familiar.
I have a room that I have already paid for. You could do it in there.
What's possible?
And then
Any
we'll
place.
walk, and then we could do it there, and then we'll walk over to the place.
I actually think I bought a brass brazier.
Cool.
Pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. And so I can bring that into the room. And I have the charcoal but like I said before, I only have enough for one use right now.
That's fine.
Every time I explained earlier, like every time I want to change its form, it has to be ritual casted again, and it's 10 gold of charcoal.
Galvin will pay you back the 10 gold pieces for it later.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, whatever suits us.
It appears you people are very big on debts. I'll have to note these down.
So what's the plan?
I'm
I
thinking
see.
I'll go serve as a distraction. They might enjoy me. I'm gonna pretend to sign up. Maybe get the list off some benefits. Guard captain seemed to want me. Perhaps they're
Plan is
Galvin will go ahead and
I
help
just-
to Helter Skelter to act as a distraction. So Front will get there. Okay. Go on.
I say we
plan is
just
to
do the
have,
race.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm in for doing the race first, and then once everyone's busy with like whatever the
Yeah,
finale
no,
is,
so,
then go.
If we do the race, the finale's done, and the guards will be back here. This is
Well,
Yeah,
everyone's
that'll be
gonna
bad.
keep celebrating into the night,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah,
yes,
I-
yes, all right.
Party
It
doesn't
matter.
like
think we
stop.
have to-
this is
I
a
think we have to
jovial
do it now.
time, men. Like seriously, men and women, jovial time.
I think we have to do it now. Oh, also, Tom, could we have short rested before this?
You have about a few hours before the sun sets and the final event begins. So you
Okay,
may
yeah,
use
so
your
we'll do it
time as you
now,
will.
And then
Oh,
we can
then.
short rest and
Oh.
then go to the final event.
I thought they were doing like this ceremony right now to be like, hey, we can do
They
this now.
have
and then
announced the
it still
participants and people are
goes.
gathering. They're kind of moving all the revelries to the shoreline. They're setting up stalls along there. You know, they're setting up for the final ceremony now. There's preparations to be done. It's going to take them a couple hours. You guys, I'm giving you until sunset, essentially.
Nia walks up towards. Oh, I need all your names. Towards Julian, and kind of whispers in his ear, just like, "I've heard that there's a plot in the mix. However, I believe it's for some armor, and this is going to improve the status of our group. Yes."
Yep.
I may be a bit of a talent with the disguise kit.
What do you suggest?
There's additional slipping through and a little bit of extra. Need to get somewhere you're not supposed to be. We can make something work, and we can disguise somebody.
What would you
Okay.
disguise me as?
Well, you're going. Could you describe where it is that this heist is supposed to happen? Describe to me what's going on around.
It's going to be the armory for the Kryn soldiers. So, unless you have like a spare set of Kryn armor, I don't know.
I need to remember.
Or if you know like some other person who like normally would be going in there that you could disguise me as, but
I can run interference if it helps in the front. Maybe try to gather some information, try to appeal to their, culture and, the war and everything and how strong they can be, immortalizing their names in time. But it's only to take the eyes off you for just a few minutes.
Nia, as a sort of refresher, go ahead and roll me like a sort of intelligence check just for a general recall of what this place is, what Nia would know. Having spent some time in Jigo and whatnot.
For me?
Yes. Either intelligence or history, whichever one you prefer.
Okay, let's see.
Nia, you're
Okay.
Musician.
Though official records call this wood and stone complex here in Jigo the Dynasty Outpost, the more rebellious folk of Jigo have nicknamed it Helter Skelter for the chaotic environment that the Kryn officers often descend into when dealing with the ornery youngsters and not so youngsters of the town. As far as you know, the complex consists of two main structures: a low wooden barracks that houses like guards of the Aurora Watch stationed in Jigo, and also a two-story stone dodecahedral building that is both the sort of town jail and the residence of Dirth Merim, the tusk hand of the Aurora Watch and the de facto sort of captain around here. He's the Queen's representative amid Jigo's leading council. Dirth governs the settlement alongside the two elders you sort of just saw now during this announcement ceremony: Kolbukaz, the goblin, and Ushru, the orc.
Nia, you're a musician. You could play music, like over here.
Yeah, I have my lute handy. And also, just for clarification, the disguise kit that I was talking about, it works on me. It says the patch of cosmetics, hair dye, and small props let you create disguises that change your physical appearance.
It also works on other people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I don't think that's very useful right now since we don't have a person in mind that we want to disguise any of us as, but it's good to note that for the future.
Perfect.
But yeah, if you could like play music like
I thought
A
I
distance
was the
away.
distraction.
however you plan to do distraction. Can you play music?
Absolutely, I can play some music.
No, I'm going to talk to them, Julian.
Talk to who?
Whoever's in our way. Not that we know, because we're not even there yet.
Well, if you're looking for some negotiation. I'm
No, the
relatively
guard
good at
captain
that.
wants me to join the Aurora Watch. I was planning on using that. Also, I look completely different from everyone else here, especially those in the Aurora Watch.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps I'll go with you to talk with him, because as I've had quite an interest in the Aurora Watch, and I've wanted to learn more, and I've had some contacts with them as well, and we seem to be on good footing.
Works for me. Shall we get started then? We don't have much time.
I hope for all of our sake that there's no one around that needs to be talked to, because the idea is that there wouldn't be any guards around at this time. Yeah,
That's why I'm
let's
going
go.
to draw their attention.
I'm sure there has to be someone guarding. You can't just leave a post like that.
Well, I mean,
you know,
the locked doors
unwatched.
serve many purposes. Anyway, let's head in.
Steadily you head toward Helter Skelter. Let me put us on the map for it. You'll be approaching from the northeast then. Yonder. On Melina, Galvin, Julian, Naya, and Riot. Map. Here we are. How's vision, guys?
Good.
Works for me.
As it begins to crest into the evening hours, torches have been lit around to provide ample light across the streets. Before you are the two buildings, as I mentioned them, upon that rise. To the north, there's a Hadron two-storied one, and directly before it is a single-storied barracks. What do you do?
Julian. Come here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the key. You'll probably need that. I guess we'll make our way up. Talk to the guard. I assume we might have to go into the barracks to sign something or whatever. Should be
Is
good
this
enough.
building the barracks?
No, I believe the one directly in front of us is with the double door.
This
You'll
one?
be going into the one on the left. The Pentagon?
Pentagon is something else.
The
Pentagon is
Decahedron.
a jail and a place for the captain.
aka the same shape as you would have a D20. The same shape of a Luxon beacon. As you begin to approach the two buildings, Galvin, you see across the 10-foot rise stands a single guard, cross-armed before one of the doors of the dodecahedral building. Seems to be of the Aurora Watch with that same chitinous armor of grey and purple shades. Hobgoblin by a race. Pensive, resting sneer on his face as he sort of stares out, half paying attention toward like the south.
Okay.
I was gonna say during this time, I wouldn't have had the time to summon the familiar because it takes 10 minutes. I can't cast it as a ritual, so I'm
Takes
just gonna have to
11
cast
minutes,
it
I
with a
believe,
spell.
doesn't it? You can start now.
Actually, hold on. Let's see. Oh, the casting time is actually an hour,
There you go.
but I thought rituals is only 10.
A
so it's
ritual,
1
a ritual
plus
adds
10
10
then.
minutes
Adds
to the
10.
duration.
Well, forget that then.
Okay.
Well, if ever we need to get someone out of the way, I could always try to make them very paranoid.
Do you want to just wait an hour and 10 minutes while he casts the ritual before you head in?
Works for me.
Yes.
It's just time. Fair enough. So, as you prepare your plan and everybody discusses, you go ahead with your ritual. You want to describe it?
Yeah, just well. In the meantime, I would just try to find shade of something, just kind of like sitting down to focus on. I don't know, somewhere back here or something.
Yeah, beneath the shade of the
And,
tree. Yeah.
Yeah. And just kind of like focusing on myself, just having correct posture and everything, just doing a couple hand gestures from every now and again, and uttering just a few little incantations, calling upon it. I open my eyes go white, and then I'll then summon a little spider companion.
There you go.
He's cute.
What did you name it?
Kane.
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 Did he kill his brother?
No.
No, we ate
Good.
him.
Kane has the statistics of a spider, correct? Like, for all intensive purposes?
Yeah, he has spider
Okay.
stats.
Okay. I'm just giving him a stat block and everything. Cool. Sounds good. So that happens over the course of an hour. Do the rest of you wish to do anything?
No.
Okay, you wait. It's complete.
Riot wants to look for more flowers, actually, if there's any around here.
Go ahead and roll me.
Similar to
a
the ones that he found beforehand.
forging check will be a nice. Let's do nature.
Nature. Ooh.
Nice.
20. Sure. Give me a moment here. I have to roll some things on my end real quick. Won't take me a moment. As Riot is looking around for flowers and Melina's completing her ritual, the rest of you, what do you do?
I'm gonna just stand nearby Melina, waiting for her to finish, and when she is finished, I'm just like nod at the tiny spider approvingly and say, "Okay, can you send it into the building to scout out the place?"
Yeah, I'm just finding my little stat block that I have on the side too. Okay. There it is.
Same
Cut
as
off,
before, Riot, you, with the aid of the sample you already have in hand, identify more of those flowers you picked around the cathedral place. You're not sure what makes these flowers bloom, but there are more of these air plants around, these semi-luminescent, bioluminescent at this hour, especially with the sun beginning to sort of crest behind clouds and set toward the horizon. You see more of those air plants, and you gather another sample in your hand. So you can add one more of those into your inventory. They seem to be growing around the proximity of something. You're not sure if there's a correlation between the church and this place, but they seem to thrive around this area as well. So what are we doing with the Spider Familiar then?
Yep, I want to start sending him, into like any cracks or crevices or just up tall, just to kind of get a peek on the inside, anything along this wall.
Sure thing. So you look up on that eastern wall and you see there's a window about over yonder on the second floor.
Yeah.
Sending it in, begins to climb. Do you get vision through it if you like blind yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Let me just give it vision and then give you control of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Spiders have dark vision, 30 feet. Okay. This is important. Dimming 15. And then give you control of it.
Give me a little boy. Little spider boy.
In player's journal, no. In player's control for Melina. Do you have vision?
No. Yes, I do.
Over yonder.
There
This is
it
the second
yeah.
floor, essentially, of the same building. As your spider maneuvers, you find, luckily enough, the window has been kept open a little bit to allow a little bit of air. Your spider lands in a room, wood paneled. You see through the spider's senses a table with a bunch of parchments upon it, signed and stamped. You see across the room is a bookshelf and another one to your left, and a door with a little bit of space beneath it and light trickling beneath the door. Torch or candlelight, you're not sure.
Would there be anything of interest, anything about war plans or anything of arcane magic or anything of like town doings on the table?
What is an investigation under? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
Actually, no, this is not polymorph. You would be using spider senses if you were using its strength or something, but this would be your investigation. So go ahead and roll me investigation.
11.
11. Let me see here. You find there, right next to you, right next to Spider, is a letter from some woman in the capital of Rosanna. The letter seems to be carrying news from home. She appears to send her love and awaits Dirth's return to Rosanna. There's a postscript that notes that a certain prisoner sent from Jagao has been trialed and found guilty of treason and conspiring against the Queen. He was sentenced to death. The individual shares the same last name as Dirth Mirim, so putting two and two together, you can assume it's like perhaps his wife. You look through the other letters as well. With an 11, you see there is a reassignment letter. The letter for reassignment lies on the table, signed by the task hand himself. With the Festival of Merit concluded, the need for city watch will be lessened. There are several names mentioned. You see Guz, Merrill, and 4 other Aurora Watchmen are to be reassigned to a place called Bezoxen. Likely, the individual notes that it's likely a death sentence for some, but a necessary sacrifice for the betterment of the dynasty. They are all to report to a certain Captain Valen Thelis. I'll just post that in chat as well.
Okay.
That's all you find on desk. Made the Clouder, despite not having the strength to lift papers and stuff.
Then he'll just like scurry along the wall, then go down below into the crack, but he stays right at the doorway to not be seen. Just sitting under the door. And then he just wants to try and locate the room with like goodies and the armor for
Okay. Peeking beneath the door, you see the following. Where do you head?
Is this stairs? This is stairs going down.
Stairs going down.
Floor.
Appears to be. You can see them through the rails.
Oh, very pretty. He's gonna. Oh, hold on. Why can't I move?
A ground foyer, central stairs going down. A statue holding one of those bejeweled, almost diamond-like, glowing dodecahedrons of the Luxon.
Yeah, I'll go to the south end. I can't move the token.
I know. As you crawl across the room and approach the door, peeking inside it, you can see the following: a bedroom, double bed, several ornaments and shields against the wall, the chest, and then you hear footsteps as a man crosses the room from the bed to the desk. He appears to be drow. White hair, purple eyes, and this regal, almost noble garb to him, with the Queen's sigil pinned to his chest. He walks, fetches a book from the bookshelf, and then goes to sit by a desk, sort of trailing the book's pages with the edge of like a knife, trying to search for some sort of information in the book. There's a satchel of adventuring gear to the western side of the room. I don't know. What are you looking for?
I leave him alone. I don't want to be caught.
Fair enough.
I will just continue to make my way to explore the room, and while this is all happening, I'm just relaying this to Julian, who's like right next to me. And then so I'm just gonna go skirt out from under the door, and then just go to that other eastern wall, and the other room that I just came from.
Scurrying beneath this door, you find some space, squeeze beneath it, and your spider assistants pick up several chairs nearby, the light of a torch. There's a table, and you can see at the edge of the table is like the feather end of an inkwell pen. More books throughout, a window, also probably a little bit open to let air in, to let the torch smoke out.
I'm just gonna continue with the main goal right now. I'll leave and then make my way to the stairs, climbing on the railing, and then just using climbing, like climbing upside down against, yeah, and just sticking to the ceiling when I come down.
Sure thing. You arrive at the first floor of the building. It's quiet here. You don't see any guards. As you make your way to the bottom of the stairs stealthily, you see there are cells on either side of you, holding a prisoner each. There's another cell to the north that's empty, and there's just like chains. It seems to be some sort of a dungeon or a jail. One of the imprisoned appears to be goblin, the other one appears to be an orc.
I'm just gonna keep going, scurry against the ground here, and then I'm just gonna go into the doorway again and just keep looking.
Scurrying beneath the doorway, you find what looks to be an armory. Swords, bows, arrows, ammunition of all sorts, spears, among other things, in crates.
Looking around, would there be the armor that is looking for Gelt?
Only weapons.
Okay. Let's go to the other side then.
To the other side holds what seems to be some sort of a quartermaster's chamber, flour, grain, barrels of holding some sort of liquid or another, foodstuff, and straw, rope. No armor.
I asked Galvin and message or look for him and be like, did you exactly? Was there like anything in particular that the guy had said to you about this armor, or is it just plain old chainmail?
It should be plain old chainmail.
Pink shirt.
The key. Can you describe the key again, Tom?
I don't think I gave you a description. It looks to be like made of iron, plain, and has Helter Skelter Armory written upon it in like Elvish script.
Interesting.
The armor maybe be in one of the crates.
Could be. I mean, that's where the armory's at, so I would imagine it is somewhere in there, but we don't have 100%.
Well,
Excuse me.
see if like any of the crates have like a space small enough for a spider to squeeze through. It should be tiny.
I could check and see. It just depends on the size of Kane.
Sure. As Kane crawls back across the room, carefully looking left and right as he crosses the hallway, you look at the crate that has two swords and like some sort of a board shield on top of it. Looking throughout and crawling through the cracks, using your dark vision, you see shelving along the crate to sort of stagger it and cascade it, where lie what looks to be some sort of metal ringlets interlinked. Interlinked.
Sorry, I just love that line. Okay, I'll trace my steps and everything, explaining it to Julian, but then also making note that the man upstairs, the drow, seems to be more of a regal, something of a noble born, seems a lot higher and elevated than what most people are in this entire city. Definitely wears the queen's, what do you say it was?
Like a sigil, like a symbol,
Sigil, okay.
a pin on that secures his cloak.
Yeah, and though I have like no really like sides to pick in this war or anything, it's just something I would avoid. You know, I don't want to get in the middle between these two. So getting inside of this is going to be a lot harder than we think.
Well, you mentioned that the window was slightly open to let air in. Can we?
That's on the second story.
We don't think we could climb up there or like up the tree or something.
We? You mean you?
Or
I guess me.
front door.
Well, Melina already has the path track through the window, so that's what.
Wouldn't you have to walk past the man? on
He's
the
in a
second
room,
floor?
right? That's in a closed.
Yeah, he's in a room.
Okay. Oh, guys, do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna be out of earshot for Julian here in a little bit, but I can only just hear and see what the spider can do.
Would the
Give
stone
me
of
your
the walls be more than a foot thick?
I mean, you're a character that doesn't know.
Well, the
Yeah.
spider could figure it out.
How? The thickness of the walls?
Yes.
If I could crawl through if there's a gap or anything.
There is
that
no
could
gap
kinda-
in the walls.
Crawl
It's
through the
brick.
window,
Melina,
right?
No, I didn't mean that. I just need to know
If he
how
went through
if
the
it's more than
window-
a foot thick.
He would be able to see how thick the average rock is because the window is set inside of it.
Exactly.
Just
The
saying.
space from one window ledge to the other is more than 1 foot, yes.
Okay. So I was gonna say, because I already have it there in the chat there, but I have like my message cantrip where if I went with Melina, if anything were to change, I could speak to Julian.
Where would you go?
If anything, if Kane were to pick anything up and we needed to let Julian know, I could use my message. It's good for up to 140 feet, or 120 feet, sorry. But it just, if anything's thick enough, for example, more than a foot of stone, it wouldn't, it'd get blocked. But it's a way that we could maybe keep in touch with Julian for at least a little bit.
Melina, can you just like give me your spider and I'll like put it on my shoulder or something? And once I'm in there, I'll do my best to follow the directions you gave me, but I could also just follow the spider. Now that it knows the direction.
You could do that, but I just can't talk through it. I can only perceive through its senses.
That's fine. Just
And
have
then,
it walk and I will follow behind.
I'll have the spider trace its like a natural route to like, even if it's a little bit longer, to go back up the stairs and go back to the window.
Second store?
Yes.
Sure. It
Would
takes us.
Galvin be able to lift me up to the window?
I can try. Give you a boost up, shall I?
Yeah.
How tall? From ground level to the
2 stories, right? Second floor, so it should be 20 feet. Probably not.
I think you need like a human ladder for that or something.
How tall is the second story? Each story is about a foot tall. 10 feet tall. So, 10 feet to the second story.
So
Yeah, sorry,
with a
I'm stupid.
boost.
Yeah, I can lift you up. I'm like 6 something.
So with a boost, we'd be 10. Oh, a little
Yeah,
over
if you're at
10
least
feet
5
high.
foot, we'll be about 10 feet tall. You should be able to reach it. Because you have arms and they're longer than your height.
Yeah, I could have arms and I could jump for it.
Yes, you could have arms.
I could have arms, yeah.
Let's
Hey. Hang on a second, right before you lift me up. Okay, I'm going to cast on myself Veil of Dusk. Concentration spell for 10 minutes. Alright, pick me up, strong boy.
Alright. Up you go. I squat down with my
Yeah.
hands ready. I'm gonna boost you.
Okay,
Ready?
so just so you know, as you're boosting him, you look up and you realize that that side of the wall does not have a window. The window is over yonder.
Oh, damn, Julian, we're stupid. The wind's over here. Okay, ready, Julian?
I'm also
Yep.
thinking like, is this a major traveled like pathway? Like, is everyone
It
just
doesn't
seeing this in
matter. Let's
town?
go, Julian. There you go.
You look around.
Plop.
Go
Yeah, I
ahead
mean,
and roll me
are people just like walking by? Is this like a well-traveled
yes.
path? Like, because we're doing this,
Yes.
they
There
all
are-
got invisibility.
While most of Jigao's population is heading toward the south, there are still some stray people walking to and through this street. I just don't.
While they're trying to climb in a window, Nia sits down, or no, stands up. on with her lute on the opposite side of the street, away from where they are, and begins playing her lute and doing some soft singing to attract whatever eyes come by away from the window.
Roll me a performance check.
Riot will go over and assist her in that by playing a flute next to her.
You can either roll a performance check for one each of you, or one of you can choose a performance check with advantage, as the other one helps.
You still haven't shown me how to change my thingy so that I can turn advantage on and off.
Your thingy.
You currently have advantage on. It's in your settings. Julian showed it to me a little while ago.
So, if you open up your sheet and you go under character sheet, and you go under the cogwheel, I will turn off for you, but you can have a thing that says.
Oh, this thing, roll quarry.
Yes, and you pretty much adjust all those to roll quarry. Whisper to GM. Also query.
Toggle or query?
Well, toggle's better, I find, because then it puts these things above your sheet.
Perfect. Love it.
Whoa, what just happened? Don't disrecount that. I wasn't meaning to roll. I was going to let her have advantage. I was just... It kept saying query. Yeah, I want you to have advantage. It just said query. I was trying to figure out what that meant. I was trying to...
It's asking you which skill do you want to use for your check. But I said performance.
19.
Okay. Alright. 19. As you begin to play, the two of you, draw most of the traffic away from the two individuals currently forming a human tower. And looking about, Melina, you feel pretty confident there's no eyes on these two. They're mostly blocked by the tree and the canopy. From the north, and to the south you don't see much movement. So, awaiting a chance, Lorian gets on top of Galvin.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Yep, I jump up, grab onto the thing.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Nice. You then stealthily open the second floor window and make your way, stepping lightly on the table, try not to creak it apart. And you see him vanish to the second floor. Julian, you're over yonder.
Yep. Okay.
Give me sight too.
Well, I mean, your side. Oh yeah, I guess your spider is there.
Familiar.
As
Yeah,
Melina
I have the spider with.
blinds herself, then I'm gonna have you just be spider then. Fudge. Spider. There we go. Alright.
And I have the... Can Melina hear me through the spider?
Yes.
Yes. Exclusively through spider.
Okay. I'm going to whisper to the spiders, like, go out, see if anyone's in the hallway, come back in, and either nod or shake your head.
Okay.
Or we'll just go under the door again, just do the same thing.
Seems clear.
We'll poke its head back out, like kind of tap its two back legs against on the ground, just signaling him or doing something to notify that it is clear.
Nod.
Is there anything, actually real quick,
I
with
took
the...
it to nod.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it is what it is. You tap your two legs, interpret that as you will. What was your question?
Was there anything like on the ceiling that's like, I don't know, like a fucking spy camera or something? Or just anything that would...
With just the spider senses, you didn't take the spy camera or anything like, magic-wise that would scry. There is the shining, ball of yonder. You're not sure what its nature is. And there is the sort of mosaic made and laced in wood across the ceiling, but it's not a device, it's just art.
Okay.
Open the door.
And yeah.
It's unlocked.
Okay. As you try and rattle the handle, the door is locked.
I will use the key that Goblin gave me. Does it work on this door?
It doesn't fit. It inserts itself, but the hinges are not aligning.
I will pick the lock then.
Go ahead and roll me lockpicking with two thieves' tools.
Oh wait, fuck.
Melina, can you interact with other, like, can, like, you talk with someone while you're controlling Kane?
No.
She doesn't
No.
she doesn't even hear you ask that. But out of character, the way the magic works is that she's catatonic. Her vision and hearing is
Okay.
purely through a spider.
Okay.
Julian, you are stuck in this room. Your thief's tools don't seem to be sufficient to pick this intricate lock. You just don't have enough suspension with your lockpicks. The mechanism is a bit more secure than your average stuff. What do you do?
Well then, that's him. I will look around in this room if there's like a key in like maybe a drawer or something like that.
Okay. There are several drawers on sort of the upper level of the desk. As you rummage through them, you see like writing supplies, calligraphy tools, stamps, official stamps of the Kryn dynasty, and various other sort of parcel and letter tools. You keep on looking, and you don't find like a key to this room in those drawers.
Try again. Can I? After like looking through for the key for a bit, it's like fuck. Let me try one more time.
No. You're pretty confident that your best attempt was a 7.
Okay. We got one key.
Do you need a moment to figure it out? As I pan the camera for a moment toward the rest of the party, we have Galvin over yonder, and the rest of the party. What do you guys do?
I guess I'll make my way, talk to the guard, just because I'm looking for something to do.
Go for it, if you want. As you approach the guard, he watches as you approach, turning his head towards you, and gruffly coughs, just to sort of clearing his throat, and says, I'm sorry, friend. No civilians are allowed at the Tuscan's Tower. Those detained within aren't allowed visitors. If you're here to submit a complaint, leave your letter with me, and I will assure you it gets to the Tuscan's desk eventually. If you're looking for Ujru, he's busy preparing the closing ceremony over at the Black Rock Isle. If you're looking for Kobokaz, probably the same.
No, actually. I beat the guard captain in the arm wrestling competition, and he was potentially interested in me joining the watch in town here. I was wondering if I could see the I think you guys would call it the quarters, your like where you stay.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage because you said he.
Right. Yes, I'm stupid. Disadvantage, did you say?
Yes.
There it goes. Fucking hell.
Not bad. He looks you over, looks at your, not armor, but your other barding and your weaponry, and says, "You just want to have a look around, is it? Well, the Tuscan is kind of busy, but if you want to meet the boys, I can show you the barracks."
I'd love to have a look. Your people's way of life is quite interesting. I'd like to see how you have it all set up.
Well, you can always use fresh meat. No, follow me. And he says, but we have to make this quick. I'll have to probably ask one of the boys to keep watch in my stead, so just come along. And he leads you toward the east, toward a set of double doors, and he opens one of them. And as you make your way through, you see a barracks where 4 others are either seated at tables, either playing gambling games or enjoying a brief luncheon, or polishing shields and swords and such. all in that same like Overwatch garb. Not all of them wearing the helms, perhaps not all of them on duty. This room then leads off to a double set of doors where that seems to lead off to some sort of a resting quarters, and another double set of doors which you're not sure where that leads. But you can see hanging from various hooks and sort of T-posing stands are various sets of Kryn Dynasty armor. And among them, beneath one is a shimmering, like glittering, silvery chain shirt. Beneath more of that carapace chiton. As he leads you, he points toward one of them and says, "Lieutenant, I'll need you to step outside for a moment and keep watch of the outpost." "Sir!" And you watch another individual, Kryn, by the looks of him, salutes and makes his way outside past doors, and as the door closes, he takes position where this hobgoblin stood before. "Well, these are the boys. It's a few of us, but this is the squad I started with, and the core one. The rest are sort of stationed around the town. We're taking it easy for now, but mistake us not, we are always vigilant for any intrusions or troublemakers. We hold our guard to high standard. Over there is the upkeep station. Everybody's expected to upkeep their gear to the highest of standards. I see to that, as well as the corporal. Well, do have a seat."
Yes, of course.
Okay. So you spend some time getting to know some of the individuals, getting to know them by name, and which I'll come up with in a second. But specifically, the one who introduced you to all this individual here, his name is Lieutenant Guz, Guz. As you sort of sit with him and spend some time with the boys here, you see he has this battle scar that has ruined his eye, where he wears an eye patch. He holds himself proudly as a hobgoblin, and he sort of chats you up and says that, I've grown bored of Jigao. I miss the action of being on the front lines. I think I have another few days left here in Jigao before I'm reassigned elsewhere. And personally, I can't wait. Isn't that right, boys?" And the rest of them sort of nod along.
Lieutenant, have you heard of a place called Bazoxin?
Hell on earth. What about it?
I've only heard rumors of it adventuring this area. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit about it.
Well, as I say, it's a bleeding scar of where demons and fiends seem to invade our world from the time before the calamity, and we are our watcher stationed there to keep watch of it. It is a sort of a military outpost, if you will. The wall between hell and the rest.
Yes, my people go all too well with pits of despair.
That's why they need fresh meat like you and I and Marrel and Bronzefang to keep refreshing the troops. Unfortunately, you are suffering losses by the day, but it is a duty of honor and sacrifice worth sacrificing.
So, through one of these doors is where you guys sleep, and the other?
Yes. As I said, we are stationed here. There are about a dozen of us, all in all. These here are our quarters, as long as you're stationed in Jigao. And he's, would show you one of these, sort of appear to be quarters beds. There are trunks for each foot soldier, with their belongings. But they're split, soldiers split by gender, but otherwise they all live together in their quarters. So you see 4 beds here. There's another 8 beds in the other room.
Neat.
Yes.
It's quite the place you have here, Lieutenant.
All right.
As you take a look around, you consider your next steps here. I'm going to pan the camera back first to the rest of the party. We have Melina here spying. The two of you are doing your performance. Do you wish to add anything roleplay-wise before I pan the camera back to Julian?
I was checking to see if I had any touch spells that could help Julian, but I do not.
Okay.
A lot of the spells that I have are more for distractions. So for me, it's just a matter of whether, if there comes a time when we need a big distraction, I got us covered.
Alright. Keep on performing, guys. Julian, on the second floor there, buddy. What's the plan?
Nothing I can do. If I can't unlock the door, if I don't have the key, then I'm stuck in here. I need to get out. Take the spider with me, and climb back out the window.
Alright. I'm still using a 21 check here. Okay. Just rolling some dice. Fair enough. You make your way out of the window, and you see Julian re-emerge over yonder. With Spider on his shoulder.
Spitter.
I will walk over to Melina and tell her the key doesn't unlock the door in that room and I couldn't pick the lock. I don't know if maybe there's another window we could try. Where's Gavin?
Galvin's inside the barracks.
How did he get in there?
He haven't really seen. Been busy looking through Kane's eyes.
Huh. Okay then.
It's possible to always just have a distraction and just try to go through the front door and see if that key will work, but no guarantees.
Well, the key did open one door. Kind of feeling uneasy about what this thing even was supposed to be.
Meanwhile, the two bards over there. Makeshift bards.
Big birds, I love it.
Yeah.
After seeing Julian come back out through the window, Anaya kind of naturally concludes their performance and wanders over towards the tree with Melina and Julian.
What'd you roll for performance? I'm just scrolling up trying to find it. Nature check.
19.
19? You receive 6 silver pieces and tips from locals that just sort of linger about for a minute or two at the cheers of all. Think of you as just as more performers for the festival. They toss you a few coins now and there, and 6 all in all before making their way south.
It's good to split that, Riot.
I'm good with that. Rye will also use some predidigitation and do some sparks and flares that coming out of the side as Naya wraps up a loot solo.
A final fair fireworks to finalize the performance as you rejoin your group.
3 silver.
So, how do you proceed?
So we wander over towards the tree and discuss with Melina and Julian.
I'll tell
what
them.
happened.
Door was locked. Key didn't work. I couldn't pick the lock. Can't go in through that way. I don't know if there's another window we can try, or if we just want to wait for Galvin to come back out and see how well he's doing. Although I would like to try and find another window and try again. But
I can lift you up in another window if you want, Morale.
Well, another window will be another room somewhere, unless it's like an open foyer and you're just gonna get stuck again.
Oh, it depends. You always got a spider to go and see if you want to get lost in a room or not.
Lucky the other room have a locked door.
Is there anything that you could do to help kind of like increase my stealth and whatnot? Because I have a spell that might be able to help us unlock the door.
What spell is that? Don't tell me it's not. Mage hand.
Oh wait, it's an
I
unlocked
don't
door.
know what
My bad. But still. Whoopsies.
So you guys in chat can go ahead and discuss a plan going forward. I'm going to pan the camera back to Galvin real quick since the party split a little bit. Galvin, as you keep on looking around inside the barracks where the 4 our watch guards are, you see they have like an ante of what you count as 30 golden pieces placed on the table between them as they play some sort of a dice game. Casually looking around, the most obvious, you see there's a chain shirt, there's scale mail made from the chitin plates, there's heavy crossbows, bolts, as well as you see that nearby there's a small wooden box keeping something inside, but it's under lock. So whatever it is seems to be precious. That's all like in this like sort of area.
Ah, what are you guys playing?
Knucklebones. Ever play?
No, I don't think so. Maybe have a shot?
We're in the middle of a game right now, but if you wait around, maybe, sure. Do you have an ante to place? We play for big money.
Let me see. Interesting. What kind of ante are we talking about?
They seem to be talking in the tens of golds. In the platinums.
Okay.
It's a high-risk, high-paying job. With an even more refined betting sort of culture.
Okay.
Since you never know when you die tomorrow.
Fuck. I don't know. Okay. How about my signet ring?
I mean, if you're willing to part with it, seems precious, but I'll take it off your hands, I suppose.
Sorry, gentlemen. I only have a few gold pieces. I don't think it would be enough, but the signet ring should be enough, ante, I suppose.
They give each other the look of like, we're not really here to rob a newcomer, but I mean, he is giving it up. As one of the draws sort of moves aside and, sits at the stool nearby and lets you have a seat across. Should you place your signet ring, I'm guessing that's 10 gold pieces one?
Yes.
He matches the ante with 10 gold pieces on the table then. Sort of gauging its worth more or less. Actually, you know what? I'll be fair about it. I'll have him gauge intelligence for that. Let me see here. He places 14 gold pieces to ante up. Sort of overpricing the ring a little bit. Now, Hunter, we will resolve this, I feel like later. I'll teach you how to play Knucklebones. I figured this was going to be a group thing. I don't want you to take like half an hour from this.
Yes, obviously.
We will play for this for now. Consider the ring in a sort of a limbo state. One way or another, the game concludes as you get a little bit of favor with the soldiers around you, and a few more join you at a table. And then you hear Gaz sort of say, like, looking around, squinting with his one good eye, I should better get back out there. The lieutenant was on break when we came in, and I showed you around. Hopefully I set your mind on things. When the task hand is not busy, you would be able to see him. I will speak to Merrill and see if you can get an audience with him after the festivities. It is a busy time right now, but should you join us, we look forward to having you. Be it here or wherever we're stationed next. Whatever shit town.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure.
Right. He will escort you out of the building. Keeping an eye on you. Do you do anything while you're here? Like any last moment thoughts? Okay.
Actually, guys, I'm wondering. I will be competing in the final with my companions, and I don't have any protective gear. Do you think it's going to get violent in the competition?
We never suffered many casualties during these festivities of competition. I was reassured that the local priests are at the ready to cast their healing and possibly resurrection magics. should anything happen. To say that the competition is not dangerous would be a lie, but I cannot reveal any details. That would be unfair to the other contestants.
I do not seek an unfair advantage. However, the competition does have this, what do they call it? This small goblet. This poor thing is in full plate. I fear my robes will not be enough. Perhaps maybe you could lend me a chain shirt? I'll make sure to come by right after, or even if you'd like to attend, I can give it to you.
He scratches his chin, considering it. I don't know, I'm gonna land in a lot of trouble if gear just goes missing. You'll probably have to sign it out, and I mean, we're not in the habit of doing that. But I like you, you seem like a fair man. He's scratching his beard, kind of mulling it over. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check, just normal.
Come on, Dice God. Oh no, Dice God.
I'm sorry, buddy. We'll have to conscript you first before you get your armaments. You know, it is protocol and all. I can land in a lot of trouble, and I've spent too many years in this position, in this post to,
Fair enough. Anyway, shall we?
Sure. Now, Hunter, when you go to the military, we'll see if you can borrow gear and just...
No.
I'll just borrow this sword for my wedding, and I'll definitely return it. Yeah.
Yeah, sword for the wedding.
Yeah. Anyway, you head on out. The lieutenant is dismissed from his station and heads back in to rejoin the others. As you see Gaz kind of take position by the doors. Wish you the best in your endeavor. Again, recommending you speak to Bronze Fang or return after festivities should you wish to actually sign up with the Aurora Watch. So now is sort of busy time and they don't have the men spare to keep watching everything.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got intel. As you rejoin the rest of the group, what do you guys do?
Sorry,
This job's a bust.
Job was a bust.
Well, mine wasn't. I got some info.
What info did you get?
Well, there's a chest in the barracks. I don't know if the key fits, but maybe it goes there. Hard to say. But
What's in the chest?
I don't know what's in the chest. The room was full of people, Julian. But I will tell you this. There is other gear lying about there. Perhaps it would be easier sometime in the evening when they're asleep, maybe. Or a distraction later. I think we're going to have to do the competition without the armor. It should be fine, though. Apparently they have
Seems
healers
like
on
it.
call. If I lose a limb, I should be fine.
Okay then. Let's go get a bite to eat, rest for a bit, and then head to
more
the
food. Dear
competition.
goodness. You're trying to
I
get a
haven't
heart
eaten.
attack. I've eaten all day, frankly.
Yeah,
I'm starving.
seven pies.
You can just watch me eat while
Quite
I
frankly,
have a
Julian,
nice snack.
I think I'm gonna go down to the waterfront and play some music.
Well, real quick, what's Galvin's dexterity? Are you more like strength based, or are you more
Are you more like slick and slender, or are you like bulky built?
I'm
Yeah.
a tall, slender elf.
Hmm.
I do not look strong at all. But
The art of
Melina-
the blade does not always require strength. Yes.
Well, Melina would inquire to you that if you think it's needed and it'll last for the remaining day, or of the day, she can cast Mage Armor on you. Or is that only self? Hold on, I'm not at my computer.
Mage armor can be
Remember-
cast on other individuals.
what's your AC right now?
Mine's 13.
Mine is also 13.
Okay. Well, I don't know what your dex is if you pumped it or not, but it'll at
Plus
least give you a minimum of 16.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it, but if you wish to use it for yourself, go ahead.
Well, I can use it for myself no matter what too, but it's up to you.
Riot's going to move up to Gal and be like, just stay next to me. I got you. He'll bump him
Fair
with the
enough.
shield.
Can you cast it more than once?
I have 3 spells slot left.
Ah. Fair.
So it's resources, but if you think
Well,
you need
could
it,
cast
Melina's
it
willing.
now. Well, you could cast it now if we rest for an hour.
Yeah.
You should
Well, I
gain
can.
some
I
of
can
the
get-
slot back.
I can get Arcane Recovery, yeah. Or
And
Melina
then
would
because-
say, yeah, I could just, rest my, my magical abilities, read over my book again, and I should be able to recover just a little bit, but they are a little intensive.
Well, Melinda, if you don't mind, I would very much appreciate some added protection, seeing as I'll be on the front line with Riot. Don't want to go down too easily in case something jumps out of the depths of whatever we're racing through. God knows what's in there. Fish.
Then I will. Then I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on. Well, what are we doing? Are we going back into our room that we have at the at Broken Tusk?
I guess so.
Like,
I
are
wanna
we
get a bite
chilling
to
there, or
eat.
did we want to do something else?
I want to get a bite to eat. We can chill wherever.
Okay. Then we can
There's
go get
food
some.
stands. I'm hungry.
Oh, hey!
Is
Maybe
anyone's
they finished
health
setting up
points
all the
down?
stands.
Does anyone need like a refresh before we
Nope.
keep going?
To
No,
my
I'm good.
knowledge, We should all be relatively topped off. I hope.
Yeah, I would just. Then if we take the time to get food and everything, then I'll cast Mage Armor on you, and then, while we're resting, Melina will put her hand on your shoulder, kind of close her eyes real quick, and then you kind of get this, like a little bit of a jolt into your head, and then
Yeah.
the armor starts to like kind of form and everything around you, and then you can describe like how you see yourself or how you'd like it.
Oh, goodness, Melina. Your magic is rather invasive. But it appears to work. Curious.
What
And
food
then-
Remember,
stands
we
do got
need some
around here?
extra healing during a rest. I got this bad boy.
Oh,
Beautiful,
wow. Yes,
beautiful.
that helps a lot. Thank you.
Because it
Enough.
works on all of you at the same time.
So, did we want to go back
what
to the room
food-
and rest, or did we want to head down to the dock where they're setting up more stands and rest there?
Well, I'm gonna cast Major Armor on myself, and then I'm going to use Arcane Recovery and regain my spell slots back.
Go to our room. I want to eat in peace.
Sure.
To the room we go.
To the room we go. For the sake of expediency, you head back to the Unbroken Task, and spend some time there. Throughout the hour, resting and recuperating, you may use any features that you have to recover yourselves. Get some food. If you wish to buy meals, they're like 3 coppers per each one of you. But you may short rest. Yeah.
Riot's gonna get Gal's meal for him.
As the sun begins to crest the horizon and set, you hear the sound of drums in the distance coming from the southern shore, sort of announcing the gathering of competitors and audience alike. The time is nigh. Yeah.
During once Naya has finished her song of rest and help soothe her companions wounds, sorrows, however you'd like to phrase it. Sorry. As her short amount of time that she's already spent with this group has realized that none of them really much have an ability to heal, and she will more or less be the sole mender of her group. Inquires about obtaining I believe it's a medicine kit. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Healer's kit?
Yeah, that one.
The one that stabilizes anybody who has like open, active bleeding wounds? Yeah, you'll be able to find one around as you finish up your rest, and you may head out to town a little bit to sort of scour the nearby jumbled market. You'll be able to find one, but it is quite pricey. I don't know if you have the coin for it. Let me check.
think it's either 10 or 15 gold, maybe.
With the scarcity of supplies, let me roll something real quick. Yeah, with the scarcity of supplies, unfortunately, stock is limited. You find a healer's kit for like 10 gold pieces, which is 10 uses, all in all, more or less, depending what you want to do with it. But it's like a leather pouch containing like bandages, salves, splints, 10 gold pieces all in all.
I approach the vendor, because I'm assuming this is the vendor. Is that a vendor's? Yes? Yes.
Yes, the vendor before you see, is short, 3 foot tall kobold. One of those draconic scaled, little, almost the same nature as a goblin, but more draconic. One. Yeah, a little tiny one. He looks up at you and is like, "You're gonna pay what?" Time is money, friend.
Naya approaches the little kobold. Does by no means refer to its size, and begins to compliment the outfits and the accessories of said kobold, and the amazing stock that they have, and at their shop, and I'm essentially going for persuasion and attempting to haggle. So like these are amazing, but like it's 8 gold pieces, right? 8.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 10. That's what the sign says. That's what my boss sells it for.
But between it, come on, we're like practically cousins. Like, look at us. Like, you're so tall and strong, and like I see the resemblance. We're like practically family.
So are you gonna like pay for a difference not with coin or with something else?
I think so. I'm not good at
Or you're just gonna be a little bit racist. give me coin. Give me the shiny.
If you need a little bit of extra coin, I can chip in a little bit. These are supplies that could, help everyone.
Just not in the context of where Naya is, but like Naya started with extra gold. She has 20 gold. I'm not worried about gold. I'm just trying to haggle it down.
Imagine if you're just gonna go to the mall and compliment the shopkeep, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know what? You can get a dress for."
Come on, that's a very North American thing. If you were in Europe, you can haggle for anything. Same thing in Asia.
Tough. This is Rojas.
Exactly. I can haggle. Why? It's a vendor's shop. Why can't I haggle for it?
You sure you can haggle for it? Are you gonna give me something else to compensate for the coin? I know what my kits are worth. I put love and time and effort into making them. Spit and shine and everything.
So?
Of course. Can't you see the quality? These are lifesavers. Unless you're underwater, then they don't do shit. Unless you like drop like 500. Unless you like drop like 500 feet from like a bridge or something into the waters, like then it don't do much to fix you up.
Oh.
Seeing as her tactics don't seem to be working, like her innocent, like her words don't seem to be having the effect that she's going with. She decides to beginning to infuse some of her innocent words with some insidious magic, and then decides to switch it up and continues to talk to the little kobold, but twists in some words of terror, try and frighten him into Haggly Billy.
I thought you were gonna start flirting with him.
Shush! No. You don't see all the spells that I have. Tom has seen the spells that I have, and even though I'm a bard and I'm nice, I'm not that nice.
Threatening.
I rolled an 11.
No. He can't tell that I'm threatening him.
I rolled an 11 wisdom save. What's your save DC?
12.
I suppose. I'm sorry. I suppose I could give it to you, but still hurt me.
April, that'd be wonderful. You are so reasonable. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just please. It begins like shielding its eyes and cowering beneath the table as it hands it to you, like with one shivering hand, and doesn't even bother looking just to count coins.
Nia puts the 8 coins on the desk. It retrieves her healer's kit and goes along her way.
As you make here some distance away, and the minute begins to pass, you see the goblin begin to look around, confused, and packs up its stock and begins to pack away its stall and into like a backpack with all the goods, and seems to be planning to move out of here.
Nia returns to her group with her kit in hand.
Well, glad we have something. We might need it
How
for
to
this
do
next
kit.
event.
That's cool.
You thought that Nia was a nice character. How much does that kit weigh?
Like 3 pounds.
3 pounds?
If you just drag and drop it from the compendium, you'll have it.
Oh, okay.
Charges and all.
I
Yeah.
always forget how that.
Healer's kit. Anyways, the rest of you then, rest up,
Yeah.
rejuvenated. Anything we should prepare before you head to the shore or anywhere else?
I used Arcane Recovery. I have a little bit of my magic returned to me. She kind of just flexes her fingers, just gets the blood going.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the spider familiar, it stays like forever until you dismiss it, correct? At least it loses
Yeah, I can.
health.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can dismiss it.
You can even like temporarily
I put it in
dismiss it and then make it
Yeah.
reappear later.
Fair
I
enough.
put it in like a little pocket portal.
But
spell.
isn't it cute? I mean, keep it around until like combat starts.
Well, I mean, I'll have it with me. It just depends on what exactly is going on. But there's a lot better of other companions that would be a little bit more useful. This one's just a little bit better for sneaking. But then I'll have Kane just be in my pocket then for the time being.
Sure. And just for a brief, just so everybody's on the same page, for those of you who did not follow RP Chat, if we go to the map of the Unbroken Tusk, right? There is the outside, as you sort of made your way in. Just if I were to cluster you all together. Whatever. As you made your way in, you would have made your way up this ladder through this door. There is a first floor that looks about like this, just so you get a sort of glance. It seems to be like sort of your typical tavern sort of setting with the kitchen door leading to the kitchen and some staff. There are stairs leading up the turtle to where your lodgings are, and that will take you pretty much up here, where Julian has secured himself his own private room over yonder. I don't know if any of you guys want to secure yourself rooms at all, but the option is there for you.
Oh, I'm gonna retrieve my stuff that I put in there.
Yep.
How much is it for a room?
I can look it up. And we can resolve it in a bit.
I thought you said 8 silver.
I know it was around that. I just want to look up.
So us ladies don't have to be with the smelly boys.
So there I'm describing it. Well, yeah. So Julian will take a walk to visit, yada yada yada. Buy it. 8, yeah, I did describe it as 8 silver somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, it was 8 silver.
Like for any room, or is that just singles?
For a room, yes.
If I remember correctly, there was a couple with 2 beds in it.
They are offered, yes, for couples and such.
Riot will just get a room with 2 beds to share with Galvin.
The northern or the southern one?
Which one looks better? He's gonna peek in and see.
It's almost like a copy pasted. It's almost like a copy pasted room around or some shit.
They'll take the southern one.
Fair enough. They're both held to the same standard. I'll just note that on my sheet then, in case you guys will ever want to remain with this inn, subscribe to the services, or travel with it. For this is a traveling inn. Anyways, alright, fair enough. Go ahead and deduct that 8 silver from you. They're buying rooms. Anybody else securing rooms or doing anything else while they're here?
I'll have a room. I'll front it.
Single or double?
Double.
Double? Take the remaining double room then.
And that's 8.
Spacious.
I have this. Okay.
Lorian's the loner in his own room.
Well, yeah. And also you, Megan, if you want to purchase a room here, you may. Your own.
You mean purchase, you mean rent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for like a night. That's what you're paying for. Some place to sleep so you're not sleeping on the streets. Or in a tent somewhere. Anyways, you can figure that out in your own time then. I just want to get that out of the way, just give you guys the option. The stairs in the hallway outside, as I described them, also lead to another floor up. But that is, you know, Agath's quarters and other maintenance quarters and such, the owner's place, you know. I don't know if tenants in apartments have their own, like, apartment, but that would be the equivalent. Anyways, so we got it out of the way. Where do you head from here?
Probably just get... Well, I think we got everything that we need. And just start heading back to the dock, unless someone else has to do something.
No, just so I'm not pushing you guys from one place to another. We can head to the dock, no problem. But also something I discussed with Nick last session is I found that I kind of sort of put you guys on a railroad sort of schedule. If you wish to take some time, just chillax in your rooms or RP, you may take the time now if you so wish. I won't force you otherwise. It's your call.
I'm okay moving to the docks to finish the event, and then after that we can celebrate and kind of discuss everything after.
Okay.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Now, Megan, are you muted or something, or maybe she's away? All right, fair enough. I will move us to the south then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. You make your way to the Black Islands. Let me change the music a little bit so it's... There we go. You make your way to the Black Islands. You and your rivals proceed with the rest of the crowd toward the southeastern edge of Jigao, with what seems like the entire population in a procession behind you. Together with the elders as you rejoin them, you wade through the shallows, from one island to another. When you reach the smallest island, you see the goblin, Elder Kolbukaz, place several potions in your hands. He says, "The magic lasts but for an hour. Use it well." Then Elder Ushru stands before the mouth of a cave and addresses you and your opponents. We are here. So, first and foremost, under treasures, the potions he gave you can identify automatically because it's one of the more common potions, is the following. One for each of you.
Nice. I like that art.
Yes. Elder Ushru stands before the mouth of a cave and addresses you and your opponents.
You brave and valiant individuals have triumphed in many challenges this day. Now, the final test of merit awaits you.
He pulls a palm-sized gold and emerald amulet from his robes, holds it aloft, and declares, "This Meadow's twin has been placed in the deepest cavern of the Emerald Grotto. Be the first to claim the Emerald Eye and return it to this place, and be declared Jigo's champions of merit." You hear the drums roll to a crescendo. As you look toward your rivals across and between each other, do you do anything in these lingering moments as the drums rise to crescendo?
Give them a smile.
You see
And a
a nod back, sort of an upwards nod, as the rest of them begin to get ready. You see Galsariad in the back is chanting a spell under his breath, and then touches like Irvin, and you see a brief spark of magic exchange between them. As
Can I
they
detect that magic?
Do you have detect magic?
No, I mean, like, could I, like, kind of see what he's saying, like, what he's
Roll
lipping,
me
if it's
Arcana.
verbal?
As a fellow spellcaster, go ahead and roll me Arcana. Natural
Cool.
20, you recognize the spell, one of the more simplest spell, especially for beginner magicians that are along the Cobalt Soul and such. It is the same spell he cast in the docks before, casted it on the docks before in the Alphen River, the stride one, the one that makes you move faster.
Okay, Long Strider.
Long strider. As
Okay.
you exchange your looks.
Sleep.
You really want to what?
I want to cast sleep on them.
No. Well, while I can figure out what he's saying and everything, as I do, like, a polite little, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not a curtsy. It's just, like, you kind of, like, just bend your knees and just, like, kind of bow your head just at a
Like
slight bit.
nod
Sure.
of appreciation.
Yeah, just like a thing of appreciation, I guess. Like, just saying, like, yeah, just
one spellcaster to another, yeah.
yeah, to one spellcaster and another, and then just kind of slowly turning around and kind of tucking in and making sure Kane goes to his pocket dimension, and she just turns and tells everyone that that Irvin has a little bit of increased movement, so he's going to be pretty agile under there, and just also making eye contact with Julian to let him be aware since he's the stronger swimmer.
Right.
Make me aware of what?
That Irvin.
Julian's not paying attention.
Oh, that
Julian.
is fast.
No, that
Julian's
Irvin
immersed with
he
the drums.
that he has a spell casted on him. Melina would, explain that to
Okay.
you.
Riot would like to cast Bless.
Bless only
Right.
lasts for a minute, mind you, but you go ahead and cast it.
Oh, I'm going to cast it like as soon as it starts.
Okay.
That's what he's going to
As
do.
you hold off that, you begin to charge the spell and chant it. You watch Ush return to the crowd, riling them up with both hands raised, and then turning to both of you and says, "Begin now." I'll have you guys go ahead and who you're casting Bless on then.
I was going to do Julian, and I was going to do Galvin and myself, because we're going to be probably up close.
With that considered, go ahead, guys, make me a dexterity check.
Dexterity
Three of
check.
us?
All of you guys, as a party, make me dexterity checks as Ushru says begin.
Dex check.
As soon as he says begin, could
Do
we
you
drink
click on
the potion?
just the base
Yes.
ones or on the saving throws? Just the big ones, right?
Yeah, the big one.
Duane says dexterity, yes.
Okay.
Oh, Tom,
Yes.
I didn't get to say it, but before we start, I'd like to cast light on my sword.
Slight?
Light.
Light.
Oh, light. Yeah, for sure. For the next hour, your sword illuminates with a brilliant crystal-like light. For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, so what do we have here? 19, 17, natural 1, 17, 21. Not bad. Sort of helping Riot recover from spellcasting as he gets distracted by like a stray fish that swims underfoot, and he's like, "Oh yeah!" And you hear like, "Begin!" You pull him. You guys actually manage to outrun your rivals and be first into the cave. as they follow behind you, thus starting the race. So this is going to work with rounds rather than like usual movement. The way I'm going to handle this is as we sort of move from room to room, I'll describe them. You tell me what you do, and depending on how long it takes you guys to do it, we'll determine sort of how the race goes. Starting with, as you race into the cave, the entrance of the grotto is this narrow cavern, about 5 feet narrow, that leads to a murky pool of water. Here, the two elders will wait for your return. Though the narrow cavern appears to be like a dead end, who is leading you guys? Who is like ahead of this in marching order?
I'll go in front.
Not me.
I'll go right behind Julian.
Okay, but who's ahead?
Sorry.
Who's first? Julian.
Julian.
Julian, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Nice. As you look into the pool of water, you notice like that the tunnel dips below sea level. The rest of the cavern beyond this location will be underwater, so keep that in mind for like, in terms of movement and combat. But you do find the entrance to this whole complex as you lead your group toward a larger chamber beyond. You feel kelp tangle beneath your feet. The light that trickles in from the grotto's entrance begins to become blotted out by the thick patches of kelp that fill this underwater chamber. The top of the kelp fronds brush the ceiling here, but between the stalks you can spot a glimmer of light coming from further ahead, as well as the light from behind you held by Galvin.
Okay. We don't have vision on this.
You don't have vision? Okay,
No.
Let me fix that. What is light's reach, Galvin? Because you're the greatest source of light.
Hold on. Here you go.
What can you not just tell me? 20, okay. 20, and you're casting light. Okay. Vision now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys have made your way from here, sort of making your way into this chamber here where kelp is all throughout, as I've described it. This is the first fully submerged chamber of the grotto. As a group, go ahead and make me athletics checks.
What?
Nice.
Damn, you're on the -2.
That's fine. Helping those who are sort of like getting dragged at the back of the group, you make your way through the mass of kelp. It takes you about 6 or so seconds to swim through this chamber and onwards before you come to like a branching ahead. You can hear the flowing of water as something begins to trail behind you. Several individuals diving into the water, and as the rivals begin to close in on you guys, which direction do you wish to go from here? There is, in this cavern fork, like silvery moonlight filters in through gaps in the cavern's stone ceiling. Ahead, the path simply splits into 2 tunnels. One to the south, one to the east. Which one would you like to take?
Go south.
South, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Decisively, you swim southward. Alright. Just bear with me, I'm sort of counting time.
You're fine.
As you maneuver through the narrow tunnel, it begins to dip downwards about 20, 40, 60 feet underwater. I'm assuming everybody drank the potion of water breathing, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Fair enough. You feel the sense of breathing water. It's like breathing thick air gelatinous through your lungs, and you can hear each other breathe and talk and grunt as you make your way through the tunnel. So, voices do travel. As you make your way about 60 feet underwater, you come across this chamber over here. After swimming through a small patch of seagrass, you emerge into a long cavern. The water here doesn't quite reach the ceiling, leaving a small pocket of air near the top. A slight crack in the ceiling allows moonlight to filter through. At the center of the cavern is a pit whose floor is about 30 feet deeper than the rest of the cavern. And you barely catch, thanks to Galvin's light source, the faint glint of metal near the bottom.
Naya has dark vision, so she can see 60 feet.
I also have dark vision. Can I make a perception check to see if I can tell if it's the thing we're looking for?
Sure, go ahead.
Wow.
You're not sure. Small glints of something metallic.
Does it look shiny?
It looks shiny and it looks shiny and
down towards it.
3 stories. Okay, you see Riot then begin to. I'm gonna put everybody's tokens down actually because it'll be more efficient if everybody just moves with their own vision. So give me a moment here. We have Riot swimming ahead. We have Galvin with his flight about in the middle of the group. So I'll go ahead and give you a torch or something. Emits light. 2020. And then we're gonna have Naya here, Melina here toward the back, and Julian somewhere here. Alright, cool. As you make your way down toward the bottom, go ahead and make me a perception check as you're trying to spot shiny. Riot. You are not sure what you're looking at, but it sure catches the glint of your master's sword. As you make your way all the way to the bottom, yeah?
Yeah.
You begin to rummage the various kelp, and you can see ahead is this tiny pearlescent pebble, almost like a marble, amid other ones in the sand. And as you go to reach for it, roll for initiative.
Sorry, everybody. Hey, 19.
Nice.
Let me make sure I click my token.
Make sure you click your token, exactly.
Oh shit, I did not click my token.
It's fine, you'll get used to it.
Damn, is that a giant octopus inside this underwater cavern? Who would have?
Stop that, or I'll give you 2 more flanking you.
Fine.
What's that?
How'd you roll 5.17?
Because I have an initiative tiebreaker enabled.
Yep. It adds your dexterity on top of your initiatives. That way, if you're faster than other creatures, then you don't have to roll for it, it will just break it. Somebody's missing. I have Melina, I have Julian, I have Galvin.
I didn't click my token when I rolled originally.
Okay, so click your token and roll initiative, and then add whatever you rolled initiative originally.
My token, why? Like, what? I'm clicking.
Okay, click your token, then click roll initiative on your sheet. Cool.
Oh, better.
Well, if you had advantage on initiative, that would be great, but unfortunately you rolled 19, which is not bad by itself. And then Megan rolled.
Does that mean I get my first initiative?
Yep.
The first time I rolled it was. Oh, that
8.
shit. I rolled it so many times.
Yep.
Man,
I'm on
real
it.
dice are worse than this, guys. I just want to point that out.
What'd you say?
Real dice are worse.
No.
Okay. So.
Oh, real dice are fun because you get to see it go and you get the fun colors. Real dice are awesome.
At the beginning of the round, with the party under surprise condition, I'm going to go ahead and roll for this giant octopus that begins to slick away out of the underbrush and attack. Now, if you're looking for a size comparison, here's like a human skull lying right beside it, so that's size.
Oh, it's a big boy.
Too large.
Sure is.
Riot, you were sure to grab whatever it is that you went down there for, right? We're not doing this for nothing.
I would really hope I had a chance to pick whatever it was up.
Right, rolling 19 to hit against you, Riot.
What
It
about-
hit.
19? That I think just hits.
You,
Oh,
you
that
take
hits. That
you
hits.
take 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
And then while you're grappled, you're restrained.
Okay.
Okay. That being said, it is now top of the round with Melina. You see this happen. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to telekinetic shove Riot towards me. And he can, and I'm assuming that he would just
Can
willingly
you
fail to save.
telekinetic shove a restrained creature? Let me look up something real quick. Actually, fail save. Yeah, okay, sure. So you go ahead and you click the shove out of the restrained reach, I believe. Let me check. Yes. Nope, actually don't. So you do shove him away from the octopus itself, but the tentacles, they're humongous. They reach out beyond the 5-foot reach, so he's still restrained.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll do that. And then I'm going to cast, I'm going to cast Magic Missile. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just do Magic Missile, fuck it. At the dude. And it's 3 rounds coming in hot. 1, 2, 3. For a total of 13 damage.
Force.
Yes.
Like torpedoes underwater, they go out. Magic not being impeded by underwater combat. Take full effect.
And that'll be Melina's turn.
Fair enough. Right, you are restrained. You may attempt to free yourself on your turn as an action, but otherwise you have 0 movement, and I believe there's certain disadvantages here and there on
Yeah,
attacks. and such.
I'll try breaking my restraint.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll me either an athletics check or an acrobatics check as you're trying to either slink away or pry yourself out of
16?
the octopus. 16 is exactly what you needed. You pry yourself, using your action to pry yourself free, no longer restrained.
Alrighty. I'll
Bonus
just stay
action
back
or
up there and bonus action. Break. I'll move back up to the thing, but stay just a little farther away. Yeah, I'll just move right back.
You can move your token by your own self.
Oh, sweet.
Every square is 5 feet.
I'll move up to engage, just so nobody else gets pulled.
Fair enough.
Can you move like there?
Sure.
Mind you,
Oh wait, no, I can only
the
move
bottom
15
of this
feet.
is 30 feet below this platform. You're in a pit.
Oh. So I'll just move there then.
Staying at the bottom of the pit?
Well, I'm in the bottom of the pit right here, anyways.
Well, I'm asking you. You
I
can
only-
swim up
I
if
can
you
only
want
move
to.
15 feet, right? Or do I pull movement
Unless, yep.
here? I only have 15 feet, so I'll move here to the side. Actually, not in the pit middle. I'll be on just the side.
Okay. As the octopus begins to swim up, you can see a cloud of sand spread beneath it as it whoops towards you and attempts to re-pull you in. It's going to be a 11 to hit.
Miss.
You manage to kick away some of the tentacles as it proceeds after you. We have then Julian's turn.
Leon.
Alright then. I'm gonna bonus action to hex this giant octopus thing. And then I will...
What is Hex?
Concentration spell.
Oh. No, sorry. I'm using Hexblade's Curse.
What is Hexblade's Curse? For those of us who don't know what it is.
It's in the chat.
I place a curse on someone. As a bonus action, you can choose one creature you see within 30 feet of you. Target is cursed for 1 minute. Curse ends early if target dies. Blah 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 blah. Gives me a bonus to damage. I crit on a 19, and when it dies, I regain HP.
Cool. I'm going to trust that you contract it when you roll 19. Okay, fair enough.
Yep. and I will attack it with my rapier.
Nice.
It grabs your rapier out of your hand and begins to pull on, and you barely manage to grip onto it as the tentacle is now wrapped around your rapier.
Yikes. Okay. Can I try to pull it back out?
Yeah, you spend your turn struggling to do that. Anything else in your turn?
Sure. Nope.
Alrighty then. We have Nia. Megan.
Right. How far down are you in the pit, or like, because you're right on the edge there?
They're
I'm on
about
the edge.
15 feet from the bottom, I believe 15 feet from the cusp of the pit. Halfway up.
Okay. So about 15 feet from me.
Down from you, yes.
Okay. So Nia is going to swim over towards Riot, and touch him to imbue him with heroism. And then so it's back to her original position. So she goes over here and then back over here.
No, Bless was used in the first minute of this competition.
Okay.
It
Just making
took,
sure.
yeah, it took you some
I
time
don't
to
know if this
maneuver
was
through.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so remember you can move your own tokens as you swim down to cast that touch spell, Heroism. Alright, you feel yourself be filled with the spell's essence. You are immune to being frightened and gain temporary hit points equal to Nia's spellcasting ability at the start of each of your turns. So we'll handle that on the start of your turn.
That's my spell attack bonus, right?
Yeah, your charisma modifier.
Nope, that is your spellcasting ability modifier. Specifically what it says under spells.
So my charisma, which is 2 or 15. I can't.
It's a modifier, so it's the 2, and that will happen at the beginning of Riot's turn. While you hold on to
So I
that
get 2
spell.
health.
You get 2 temporary health at the beginning of your turn.
Each turn.
Yep. All you have heroism. Anything else in your turn then? That was one action.
Yeah, and then I used up all my movement by I touched him and then I swam back. That's my 30.
Sure thing. Does as the octopus takes an attack opportunity as you swim, does a 16 hit you?
Sorry?
As the octopus reaches out a tentacle and takes an attack of opportunity as you swim away, does a 16 to hit you?
Yeah.
Does it hit your armor class? You take 14 bludgeoning damage and are restrained.
Sure.
Oh, that doesn't count as a weapon, does it?
What doesn't count as a weapon?
Wait, sorry. I... All the way forward. I use my, vengeful assault, to do damage in return.
What is Vengeful Assault, for those of us who don't know it? When a creature you take damage from, in range of a weapon you are wielding. Not in range of a weapon you're wielding. You're leaving its 15-foot reach. You don't have weapons that reach 15 feet, I believe.
I think I had my dagger, but I can't remember the...
Yeah, and a dagger has 5 feet of reach.
That sucks. So, and I kind of don't want to use my breath attack underwater since it's lightning based. I feel like that's a bad idea.
Fair enough. End of your turn then?
I suppose.
Galvin.
It was 14, you said? Oh, you did it.
I already did it. Yep. Galvin's turn.
Galvin rushes forward. Is Galvin able to just to go over here?
You were able to swim, across.
Okay.
If
Does it count as flanking to get the +2?
You're not near the octopus. The octopus is in the pit.
Would this be
The
in
octopus is 15 feet in the pit.
pit? Can I go down into the pit?
Yep. And you'll be flanking with Riot at that point, yes.
Okay. Cool. Right. Bonus action. Fighting Spirit. Gives me advantage on the next attack. For all attacks until the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I will make an attack with my scimitar. Or, thrusting weapons. They do not have disadvantage in water, correct?
Thrusting weapons?
Yes.
I don't know what a thrusting weapon is from DDs, but if you're looking for weapons that are aquatic in nature, you'll need something along the lines of a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
A short sword can work?
Short sword is a weapon that does not suffer disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Attack with my short sword, Gavin will try and stab it.
You gave yourself advantage, so roll again.
Yes, I forgot to toggle it.
20 hits.
20 for 7 piercing damage.
You take the first roll, 9 piercing. Fair enough.
And I will use action surge. There we go. And I will make a attack with 2 attacks with my short sword.
I don't believe you get 2 attacks this early on, do you?
I can use a bonus action.
To attack again with the same short sword? Using what feature?
2 weapon fighting.
2 weapon fighting allows you to attack with an offhand weapon, which...
That's all I got.
I see. You have your scimitar in one hand and your short sword in another. Because I see all short sword attacks, that's why. Okay, so action surging with that. Go ahead and roll again, because you have advantage on all your attacks. You're fishing for that natural 20. A 15 hits for an additional 4 piercing damage. And you attack with then your offhand weapon, which is your
Scimitar.
Scimitar, unfortunately, will be a disadvantage underwater, but you can still offhand attack with it. Go for it.
Yep.
Mind you, didn't you... here's my question.
Disadvantage.
So it's an attack with a bonus action, correct?
Yes.
And you
But
use
don't
Fighting
roll
Spirit for bonus action.
My first round, you get a possible bonus action with action surge. See? You can take the...
And a possible bonus action. That's a good fucking thing.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
remember
if
that.
that counts as a possible bonus
Yeah,
action.
go for it.
but
Go for
it's
it.
something
Roll
you
for
can
it.
do,
It's
right?
gonna be a disadvantage on the Scimitar. Go for it. I'm just styling your abilities. Let's go.
Yep.
Yep.
What?
Nice. That's a hit. 5
What a
percentage.
whacked ass disadvantage.
You see a mixture of like black ink and blood begin to like cloud the water around, murk it up as you bloody the creature. Not bad at all. Fair enough. Anything else on your turn?
No, that'll be it.
Melina.
Defensive stance.
Okay.
I'm going to... I gotta see how this works. I want to get Mia out of the reach of the tentacle. So could I telekinetic shove her like out of it towards me, so it's out of its reach?
That will work. Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to do that on her. I'm going to extend my hand, clasp my palm, and then just like yank it towards me.
You yank her out of the
Pull her out.
tentacle's reach. Okay.
And then I'm going to, from the back line, just shoot a ray of frost at the creature. And ray of frost, 21.
21. You actually
Or 4 cold.
shatter away a section of the sandbar as the projectile sails through it and hits the target true for 4 cold damage as you begin to see the water frost and freeze around it, and it is slowed.
Yes, loses 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will be my turn.
Alrighty then. Riot.
So basically, Riot is going to. He's just going to take his longsword and swing.
Fair enough. 20 hits.
Oh. And
You click on the word longsword one-handed right below the 20 to roll for damage. Right below the 20, you'll see a longsword. You click on that when it like highlights red, and we'll roll the damage for you. You in the chat. You see how you rolled right below your name? You rolled 20 for the attack.
Oh yeah.
Then it says longsword. Click on that. There you go. 8 slashing damage.
My bad.
No problem. You're learning. Fair enough. The creature's still standing, but at this point, as you pierce it, is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Currently, no, because I'm just going to hold on to Bless. And
Fair enough.
I don't know how you would, as of curses, I don't know how many curses you could put onto one creature.
Depending what curse it is. You cannot stack the same curse on the same creature.
Exactly.
I don't think. Let me check. Because that's how spells work. What was it called? Hexblade's Curse?
Yeah.
Cursing the same creature. Let me see here.
That's the only reason I haven't casted it, is because I'm currently holding on to a spell, so I can't, and everything else I have is basically concentration, so I wasn't going to cast anything other spell.
And Hexblade's Curse is not concentration, or is it?
Hexblade's Curse isn't.
It is not.
It's a curse.
It's just a feature. Okay.
Yeah.
I will look that up later. Because
I'll just go off as no for now.
If you can look it up on your own, like as you're waiting for others to take their turns and stuff, that would be great, because I'm sort of running game. But yeah. Sure, fair enough. As you pierce the creature and hold on to your spells, you see an inky cloud of black ink spread in all directions away from the octopus, sort of obscuring all in this thick layer of darkness. Everything obscured. Julian, it is the beginning of your turn. What do you do?
If I was attacking with my rapier, I would have disadvantage, right? Because we're underwater.
You are blinded. More so than anything else. But your rapier is, let me check, is not an aquatic weapon. No. So usually you would have, yeah.
And blinded, right?
Blinded. Everything is heavily obscured by this black smoke that is secreted from the octopus.
I will try to attack the octopus anyway.
So, trying to engage where the octopus is at, go ahead and roll for an attack with disadvantage. An 11.
Hit.
You hit something. As you sink it into meat, go ahead and roll damage. Right, you feel satisfying like crunch as your blade pierces through some flesh and meat, and you retrieve it. You're blinded though; you're not sure what you hit.
I hope it hit. Okay. I'm gonna swim away from it to here.
Okay, trying to gauge your surroundings, you kind of cling to the walls and begin to swim upwards. You're still in the cloud and darkness, but you feel the ground beneath your feet. Naya, then.
Naya kind of still has the sting of the tentacles, retreats a little bit, and gives Melina some bardic inspiration as well as magical inspiration. So basically, Melina, whenever you use a spell, instead of putting it on the check, you can put it on the damage.
Nice.
And that is her turn.
Cool. Just keep in mind you are tracking your bardic inspiration like stacks, yeah?
I'm out of inspiration, guys.
Fair enough. Galvin, then. Hunter?
Hello.
Hello.
You guys done talking?
It's your turn.
Yes. I will make a normal attack with my short sword. So, rip. And a bonus attack at this. A bonus action attack. My offhand scimitar. Disadvantage.
You keep blindly slashing at the water, hoping to hit something. Go ahead and roll to hit there. Again, you hit something, grazing it. You can feel something slimy sort of graze the side of your face, perhaps a tentacle or something. Severed now.
I will try to relocate myself over to this side in an attempt to maybe find it better. I'm not sure.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Is this still block light?
It sure does. It's heavily obscurement. What are you trying to find with your light?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
19.
19, you see the majority of the mass where the tentacles sort of retrieve into the central mass where the octopus head would be has sunk into the bottom of the pit. And all around you are like 6, 7, 8 tentacles kind of writhing toward the bottom.
I guess I'll head towards that.
Sure.
The rest of my movement.
Okay. You are now 30 feet in the pit.
Okay. That will be my turn.
Okay. Beginning top of the round of our fourth round here, Melina then. What do you do?
Oh, fuck. You said this creature is blinded, right?
Which creature?
Oh, right, excuse me. I'm blinded. I can't see.
As long as you're within the inky mass, yes, you cannot see into it. It is essentially heavily obscurement, which while you're in it is blinding.
But if I'm out of it,
then you're no longer blinded while in it.
fuck, I have no way to move the ink or anything. Yeah, then I'm gonna try to just telekinetic shove the octopus like 5 feet higher to try to just.
Don't you have to see it to telekinetically shove it?
Telekinetic shove.
I would imagine so. Like most spells that you have to have a target, you have to see them. It's not like it's a scrying spell.
Oh, this won't work.
I suppose that you. Yeah, I guess not. Other than that, well, bonus action, I can't do anything. I'm just gonna shoot a ray of frost into it. Just try to hope to God to hit it.
Okay, you blindly shoot into the ink then. Fair enough. At the last location you saw it, go ahead and roll me a disadvantage attack.
Let me click disadvantage.
As you charge the spell in your hands, frost begins to form around your hands. You shoot it, and it leaves behind like a frosty trail. And you hear it impact. It's very muted underwater. It'll just sound. It impacts something.
7 damage. Because I get the bardic inspiration.
Noted. You, Galvin, feel a little bit of like cold sand and stone land on your head.
I guess I already used an action to perceive. Bonus action. There's nothing to move. Is there like any stalagmites or stalactites or something? Like
not
above
in this chamber. The ceiling above you is about 15 feet and disappears into darkness. You can't really see stalactites. See for ceiling.
Yeah, then I'll well, I can't do anything bonus, so that's my turn.
Okay, you begin to see. No, never mind. Don't worry about it. Right then, you are in the darkness. What do you do?
Follow my nose, no sense of smell. I guess I'll see the area it kind of went down in and watch where the water, like the movement of water, and I won't go down there, but I'll shoot to Eldritch Blast or an Eldritch
Okay.
Blast off.
Go.
So it'll be disadvantage.
Trying to like sort of gauge the current. Well, there's not much current in the pit itself because the current flows above it. You also note the absence of current. There is no absence of movement other than Galvin, who just barely passed by. You saw his silhouette barely. And as you make your way past, what you thought you touched like kelp was one of the tentacles. And you grasp your paw against it. You're like, ew, squishy. It didn't move.
Oh, it didn't move.
Yeah.
I'll try to voice out that I think it might be dead, but I will, I don't feel any muscles tense or anything when I touched it.
No.
Limp a noodle.
Limp noodle.
It feels limp and noodle. So what I'll do is I'll try swimming towards the opposite side of the ink a little bit. I guess that'll be 5, 10, 15. And then I'll still shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts down just in case it's still is alive.
Sure, you shoot toward the bottom of the pit, hoping to hit something. Go ahead and roll me
Disadvantage.
that bolt for disadvantage, yeah. You hit something, Galvin, you feel impact near your foot. Neat.
7 damage.
7 damage, yeah. It's a big one, Julian.
Yep.
Yeah.
My turn.
What do you do on your turn?
Jeez, this ink is annoying. Does it look like it's dissipating at all, like around the along the edges, or no?
It has been about 12 to 18 seconds since it first dispersed. It's spreading about and still, no, it doesn't look like it's dissipating yet. Lingering ink. Go ahead and roll me like a nature check.
Man. Oh,
You would know that squid ink is used as an escape mechanism when it feels threatened, and usually lingers for like about a minute.
Would I know that it's trying to run away?
You would know that ink is used as an escape mechanism when an octopus is trying to run away. Did the octopus use ink as an escape mechanism is really up to you to determine, my guy. Fuck. Fuck.
And Ryan did say that, it's not moving.
Yeah. What do you do?
Man.
Turn again. Attack it.
Okay.
I'm just still piling
I
it.
think we're beating a dead horse here.
It hits.
There's a 12 hit.
Oh, sure does.
It's because it's dead.
Oh, big damage. You feel the squelch of meat. It's kind of like hitting a sponge. Like a tentacle to sort of like land on your shoulders and on your back and just sort of slither down, like loosely, lackly. Megan, I guess.
Wait, what a bonus action.
Bonus action, yeah, go for it.
Just very angry people.
It hits. I mean, like you stab you stab something spongy and it doesn't fight back.
It's dead, guys.
Oh, it's dead.
Nia approaches the tentacle that attempted to
Yeah.
Do I still know
When do you ever wish when? Do you ever when you do? What do you do?
As she approaches the tentacle from earlier, does she still know it's here? Can she still tell it's here?
Okay, I mean, go ahead and roll me like perception with disadvantage, even though you're blinded, and everything that relies on sight should fail. But I'm guessing you're using touch. So
Technically, Julian would know if the thing's dead or not, because he would know if the Hexblade curse is dropped or not.
I don't know. What do your characters think?
Oh.
Well, once the character dies, the curse ends.
Well, it doesn't end. It transfers for another creature, if you may choose.
No, that's Hex. That's with the
No,
bonus with Hex. Hexblade's curse is different.
Okay, well, cool. Well,
It
then
doesn't.
it drops. It dropped like a round ago.
Oh, then we would have known that a while ago then.
I mean, you didn't.
No,
Either
Julian
way.
would have.
And
Yeah.
I find a tentacle. I find it.
Yeah, you find a tentacle. While Julian is contemplating whether ink is used as an escape mechanism, you find tentacle.
You
Cool.
put
Naya she tracks down the tentacle. Towards the body of the creature, and I don't know. Do I have full movement for that?
You have 15 foot of movement while you're underwater, so you make it halfway down. Unless you dash.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Well, that means I won't be able to do anything when I get down there, right? That's my
It
action
means
if
that you
I
use
do
up your
that?
action to dash.
Then she does regular 15 feet, I guess. To go, she trails down towards the body or
Uh-huh.
husk of the octopus. And
Fair
well, I suppose she does that. And while she's doing that, she breaks her concentration on her heroism spell and casts Cure Wound on herself.
Okay. Fair enough, roll for it. Cure Wounds is a bonus action, is it? Cure Wounds is one action, my friend.
Okay, I released that spell because it's concentration. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I released
Megan,
heroism
hear me out.
so I could cast.
There's a casting time of your spell. Cure Wounds is one action. Use your action to dash down toward the octopus. You can't use another action.
I didn't dash. I said I didn't dash.
Okay, halfway through the cavern, you cast Cure Wounds on yourself.
Yay.
Fair enough. Alright. Galvin.
So, is it dead or not?
It's dead.
It's dead.
Get out of here. Let's go.
For fuck's sake.
I'm keeping initiative because this is still a race.
Hold on. Oh shit. I'm stuck.
What do you do? Talk to me, Hunter. Maybe you won't
What
get
am
stuck.
I doing? I'm moving ahead.
Okay, so
How
you
far can I move?
so you
My
see
movement speed with the
you
movement speed.
have half movement if you don't have swimming speed.
I move
So
here.
15 feet. Galvin goes to leave through the fog. Okay, fair enough. The rest of you, what do you do?
Action
I'm gonna
dash.
move my 15 feet too. 1, 2.
Now,
Oh
Riot,
shit.
do you leave Shiny behind?
Oh no, I want Shiny. I thought I had a chance to get Shiny before it attacked me.
No, we started to do a
Okay,
surprise round
I
as a
want
lap.
Shiny.
Okay, so you
I
dive
wanna go
after
for
Shiny.
Shiny.
Fair enough. You spend another round diving into the darkness. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with disadvantage as you're using your touch to sort of gather those shiny pebbles.
Perception.
By the way, Nia, as she was
10.
going towards the bottom, is going to collect the octopus beak. Is what she's going for.
Nia, go
You get
ahead
my rapier as well?
go ahead and roll me a what? Was it Julian?
I asked if one of them could get my rapier as well while you're down there.
Yeah, sure. They spend about 20, 30 seconds down there. Riot, you managed to actually clasp your hand around something. First of all, the shinies, silver pieces. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and roll this. You managed to gather 72% of. Okay, so let me just do some math here. Times 0.72. You find 41 silver pieces that you quickly pocket, along with some sand into your pockets, as well as a pouch containing more round marble objects. You don't find more of those marble objects in the sand that seem to have buried themselves in the combat, and it's too dark to see, but you find a whole pouch of them.
Of round objects.
Of round marble-like objects, that's what it sort of feels like. Again, you're in the blind here, so I'm just using touch sense.
Okay.
You count maybe like 6 or 8 of them in the bag.
Alrighty. And if that's all I can find, I will jump back up. I'll swim back up next turn.
Sure thing. Nia, you managed to retrieve the beak, cutting off the giant octopus. It is about the size of both your palms together, if you were to put them together. And you rummage around, you find a rapier that was dropped earlier, and you bring it back to Julian, as the rest of you head through his chamber, and only just now the incubus is beginning to slowly dissipate away. Fair enough. As you then maneuver through this tunnel, let me just check how the map is laid out. I see. There's a little tunnel that heads like down a little bit and beneath, so let me just huddle you guys up and put you over yonder. That's where you are. That's where you end up. The tunnel opens into a smooth-walled cavern that appears to be a dead end. The ceiling is about 15 feet above the sands here. What do you guys do here?
Oh. Just keep swimming.
Okay, just keep swimming.
I can't see.
Riot's gonna take a quick look around.
Okay, Riot, first and foremost, now you're out of the ink and you managed to cough away some of that murky water out of your lungs. The marble pouch that you picked up before appears to be containing several of these orbs of... It looks like glass that contains sand within them. A lot of sand in each one. Might be magical, might be decorative, but you have that pouch.
Okay. Pouch orbs of sand, 6 to 8.
Yeah. 8 of them. Now that you're able to count. Yes.
Okay.
As Nia returns to the group, she gives Julian the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Is this supposed to be a wall here, or?
I described to you the tunnel as it is. It appears to be a dead end, and I asked you, what are you going to do, Julian? If we're at the table, I'm looking at you in the eyes and asking you, what are you going to do?
Riot wants to dive underwater and see if he can see anything.
You are underwater. Go ahead. Which section of this room are you searching?
He will search around where he is currently. He'll search around here.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. If you're just searching the wall, yeah. Okay.
No,
you don't find much besides this smooth wall, but you do feel that there is no current here where there was a current at the center of the room.
I'll call out and say, no current over here.
Damn it, we have to go back.
Well, can we try the other side of the room, Julian? Did you see at the other side? Is there, where you were on the other side of the room, was there current? Was there any sign that the water was moving somewhere?
We can,
is there any light
or something?
There is Galvin, who's holding a sword that's a light.
Oh, sorry. I meant
I'll try to investigate this.
Coming from like the cracks along the ceiling, no, it's domed off. But as Julian, you go ahead and investigate. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
That's 9.
You could use some help.
Kelvin, give him a hand. We're losing time.
Okay, what am I rolling?
What are you doing to help?
What is he doing?
Feel around the wall, see if there's any loose stones.
Checking for water currents. Is it moving?
Okay, can I use my perception, or perhaps I'll wave my sword around so we can get a better look. Maybe he'll see a hole.
So waving your sword around, there's no apparent hole, but as you give him, I'll give you a choice because of your sort of background. You can roll me a perception check to sort of add on top of what Julian's already doing, or go ahead with like a survival check to sort of gauge the current.
Sure, I'll roll perception. Is that okay, or do you want
Yeah.
survival?
You had 2 choices. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, we really should have.
But it's cumulative, no?
No.
No.
And even if it was, 6 is lower than 9, so our score wouldn't be very good.
Alright, it's dead end. We have to go back.
As you take about 20 or so more seconds, you find a way ahead has been sort of caved in by collapsing of the wall, but it did take you some time.
Aha.
Right. As you proceed forward, does anybody else linger in this room to do anything else?
Linger now.
Okay. As you proceed forward, you can see silver light dances about 10 feet ahead around a corner. As you come to the underwater cave, the water here is a little warmer, and there's a gentle current that you follow, and it pulls you toward a crevice in the south wall. As you prowl around the cave's pillars, you see that prowling with you is another creature. A massive shark. A gold amulet hangs from a thick rope that is tied around the shark's body, as well as a silver spear protrudes from its side where it was jammed in.
Jeez. PETA.
Yeah.
I have very few spell slots left. You guys know, moving forward, I have one level 1 and one level 2 left.
It has taken you 11 rounds to reach this spot. Let me look up something real quick.
Our rivals are probably going to be like, hey.
You look around the chamber while the shark does spot you and begins to swim towards you, kind of sort of nose diving through the water towards you guys. I'll have you guys roll me initiative.
Are we in this chamber, or are we still kind of...
You're where you're at, but you're rolling initiative because we're still, like, rounds are happening. Yeah, you actually ruled it. Yay! And then I'm gonna
I
add...
think I've rolled double digits this entire session.
That's what happens when you have an initiative of +8. All you have to do is roll 2 or better.
Okay. We have Melina top of the round. You're where you are. Time is passing. What do you do?
Can we see the shark? Where is the shark?
I described to Lorian what he saw first, so you can relate to the party.
Lorian,
I'll tell them, like, there's a giant shark.
Can you point it out?
But
Like,
let's
on the map?
put,
Where is it?
Point sort of like around the corner.
Move out so you're not block the way.
Is it...
5.
Julian, is it a large gap? Like, is it something that, like, could I put up a silent image of, like, a wall or something, or like extend the stone so that we can perhaps sneak by it? Julian?
It's a very large gap. I don't think that'll work.
Okay, because I think, yeah, because my thing is only, it has a 15 feet, I believe is my image, yeah, 15 feet.
Okay, I'm going to telekinetic shove Julian 5 feet closer, so we can start closing this gap in.
Alright then. Are you willing, Julian? Or are you
You can
competing?
contest it if you want.
Yeah.
I thought you meant closer to you.
Well, we're going in.
Yeah, you're beginning to feel pushed.
We gotta
you
go in.
contest or do you...
You have to go in, and you're in the way.
Okay, I don't resist. But
Fair enough, you're pushed
then
5 feet
I
closer.
see the sharks. I see the shark, and I'm like,
From
By the
here,
way, guys,
Scary
remember
stuff.
that my image, my silent image, I can move it, by the way.
Okay.
How's that? So, like, I can kind of have it that we could, like, move with us kind of thing. We can kind of hide behind it, maybe? I'm not sure.
well, we definitely have to interact with the shark somehow, so it'll see right through us. We have to take that spear and the cord out.
Do we have to do that?
yeah,
Yes.
that's probably the thing we're racing for, the medallion.
Oh. Well, maybe we could sneak up on maybe I could cast it kind of like in front of one of you guys, and you can sneak up on it.
Why would...
Pulling the spear out is gonna hurt it a lot.
But the point is that you could approach it without it attacking you. Once you're
I mean, it's
there,
possible.
your skills, but like I can get you there, hopefully.
I'm going to cast. I can only see just a little bit of a sliver of it.
It is a huge creature. You're able to see the tail end of it as it turns around.
You can also get in front of me, moving through
This is
allies.
how
It's
that
just
works,
difficult
by the way,
terrain.
that I was describing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to move past you because landing on you is my 15 feet of movement.
Well, basically, but I can project it forward. Like I can basically put this image directly in front of it, so that way, whenever you're looking towards it, it can't see you. It only sees the image in front of it.
Yeah, but you
cast
can't do it
web.
until it's your turn anyways.
True.
I'm gonna cast web, and it's just gonna grab onto like the pillars, like here, and try to ensnare it. And
Which
that's gonna
just can you draw something on the square where
yeah,
the
that's
spell
what I'm doing.
happens?
Give me a sec.
Sure thing.
It's a 20 by 20 box. Draw a shape.
You can shoot forth a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice within range. The web fills a 20-foot cube from the point for the duration. That will be the entire chamber because the ceiling here is 15 feet tall. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. If the webs aren't anchored between two solids, which they are, doesn't apply then. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webbing or until it breaks free. The creature is restrained by the webs can make an action to free itself.
Yep.
This applies to everybody.
It needs a DC 15.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and place a little thing there for me. Okay.
Yay!
Yay. Alright. Fair enough.
And then I'm gonna move 5 feet back. It has to make that DC 15.
Oh, it's start of its turn.
Oh, the start of its turn? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn. Yes.
Okay.
Still something. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it. I move back.
Okay, right. You're at the very back of the group here. What do you do?
And swim through people?
You can swim through people. They are difficult terrain. So that would be like
I'll go
3 foot of movement for every foot of movement. People are sort of blocking your way, like all I.
I know, right?
The chamber is. You have elevation. The chamber is a little higher. I'm gonna allow you to swim to right between Julian and Melina.
Right
That's
here.
where your movement is gonna enter.
Right, it's gonna be like, we have to pull something out. If you want me to really get on the shark fast, maybe if I use that swimmy thingy that lets me go faster.
Right in front. It's like 10 feet away.
Oh, it's 10 feet away. Then I will. Can I 10 feet away? Then I will. I can't do that anymore. I have to wait till next turn to get on top of it. Unless I can double my movement now and go through it. I still wouldn't make it.
Yeah, because the only thing you can
So
have.
what are you doing?
Man, screw it. Would I be able to get at least in front of Julian with my if I use my catlight reflexes, or would I
Yep.
be able to get up to the shark?
You'll be able to get in front of Julian. How much does it add on top of your?
Doubles my movement.
So that will be 15 through Julian. Which so it doubles your movement. How much is what's your movement? 30?
It'd be 30 movement underwater.
Yeah, you'll be able to get right in front of the shark.
All right, I'll get right in front of the shark. Bonus cast Hexblade's Curse on it, and whatchamacallit, and you said there's a spear in that I have to pull out?
There's a spear in it. Whether what you do with it is up to you.
Pull it out.
No, I thought Julian said we had to pull it out.
Yes, pull it out.
All right, I will try to swim up to it and pull out the spear. I know I'm kind of going into the... Am I in the spider web if I do that?
No. Spiderweb was
Alright.
cast, ensnaring it, but you're right in front of it. So you're not.
I will try pulling out of the spear if I can.
Go ahead and tempt me an athletics check. No luck. Pulling
Alright,
angered giant fish, catching his attention. We have Megan's turn then.
Yeah.
Heavy is the spear usually?
How big is the spear?
How heavy is it usually? How many pounds?
Under 5 pounds.
To get a bit of a vision, she moves forward here so she can see. Or can she see from around the corner? I can see it in my vision, but like I don't know.
You can
she can see.
You can see the tail end of it, and you can see Riot and Julian. Yes.
Can I see the spear?
Sure. You can see Riot pulling upon a spear, trying to wrench it out.
So, that's 30 feet. Sorry. Where, what? That is. Yeah, that's 30 feet. Naya casts Mage Hand to attempt to help Riot pull out the spear.
Sure thing. While you cast it, it is an instantaneous effect that you're holding over 1 minute. It will help Riot, but doesn't immediately pull out spear, as it seems that the hand alone cannot pull it out. While the spear might weigh only so much, the force in which it was lodged into this creature is greater than 10 pounds of force to dislodge it. But it's help. As you're holding on to that spell then, anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Galvin.
Alright. How much movement is it gonna take to get into this room?
I don't... Everybody's just sort of blocking it. Moving through an hour is difficult terrain. Swimming is already half your movement, so it's 3 feet for every foot of movement. Just moving this is 15 feet for you.
Are you fucking serious?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Y'all are stupid.
I mean, like,
Okay.
they're your team.
Can I dash? No, because then I'm stuck inside somebody.
Well, dash gets
Happy I got out.
No, dash gives me 60 feet. That gives me 30 feet of movement. And if it takes me 15 feet, I get to your character, which I can't end my turn in your space. Therefore, I'm stuck and can't move forward? Question mark, DM?
Yes.
Are you my fucking
I'm
Christ,
not.
guys.
I mean, this is D&D.
I'm only 10
Okay,
feet.
I cast
I'm only 10
fucking
feet from
sleep.
you.
I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
sleep. Can I see? Let me see. Line. Boop. I can sort of see. Can I cast sleep in there?
Sure.
Let me check if it has a range. Yes.
8 feet. Wow.
Yeah,
Choose the
90
shark.
feet, and then it's 20 feet. You're good.
But it's a anyway. I'm gonna cast sleep. So
Okay. You cast sleep at what's your point of origin for the spell?
it's gonna be like right here. Oh, sorry,
If you're pinging, I don't see it.
here.
Right there in the square?
Yeah, right in this square, I guess.
Okay, right in that square. Okay, fair enough.
And
It
it's
spell sends a
of
creature
my
into a
choice.
magical slumber. Roll 5d8 for me, please.
Yes, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, good news and bad news. Good news is that Riot does not fall asleep.
It's creatures of choice. I choose the shark.
That you choose. Oh, that's good. Okay. In ascending order, the bad news is the shark has way more than 12 HP.
Well, I did what I could do. That's my turn.
Okay. Julian. Julian, if you're talking, you're muted. Still muted. God.
He's having internet problem.
Fair enough. You can use chat if you want to.
Hello? Hello?
Yep, can hear you now.
Great. Alright, I move up here. I'm cutting the rope that is tied around the shark.
Okay, go ahead and roll me damage. Or are you using a tool?
I'm just gonna be cutting it with my dagger.
Okay, 22 plus 3 hits for a total of how much? As
Or,
Riot
I don't
is
know,
distracting it, I'll...
sneak attack on a...
Yeah, I'll allow it because Riot is honestly risking his life here by pulling on this on this shtick for a total of how much? 7?
Yep, 7.
Let me read something real quick. You cut off the rope, and with it you have the emerald eye. Yes.
I will just shove it into like a pocket or something.
Okay.
And I will bonus action to stab the shark with the same dagger. Does 15 hit?
So does Riot actually see him take the item we need?
No. Yeah, you would see this stopping 5 feet away from you. Now, when you're stabbing him with the same dagger, you're using the offhand thing. Light.
Yeah.
So that has to be another weapon, because it's happening at the same time on your turn. It's the double-handed strike with 2 weapons.
I have 2 daggers.
Fair enough. Using another dagger, a 15 to hit against the shark, hits. For how much? 7?
7 piercing damage.
Does it get sneak attack? Not for
I think
bonus
it's only
action.
once per turn.
Fair enough. All right.
And then I will move here. Oh wait, never mind. Move here.
Fair enough. Opportunity attack against you from the shark. 19 to hit.
I will reaction cast shield, and it doesn't hit.
Nice. On its turn then, hexed and being pulled on, it is going to go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw to...
Oh wait, actually, it doesn't get opportunity attacks on me because
It's
I'm
restrained.
Because you're what? Mobile.
Because
okay.
I'm mobile.
It rolls 16, Melina, against your spell save DC of...
That beats a 15.
Beats it? Okay. Okay.
But fuck that. I'm going to do
It's...
silvery barb.
Oh, okay. Which is what?
Yeah, when a creature makes an
This
attack
event-
roll, an ability check, or saving throw, or triggers. God damn it! Why do I keep doing this?
Just disadvantage on the attack.
Yeah, it just basically just has to reroll the 20. But I'm trying to link this, and it's just being a bitch right now.
Rerolling it, I rolled a 15.
Fucking still beats it.
Okay.
Rolled twice.
Well, it's just the dice. Doesn't have a bonus or anything to it. Okay, fair enough. At the beginning of its turn, because you are pretty much aggroing it to Riot, it's going to go ahead and make one bite attack against you for a 26 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I can't even use it. It has to be on a humanoid. My bad.
Fair enough. Good to know.
That's what happens.
Nah, we're both learning. That's all good.
Yeah.
Riot, you take 31 piercing damage.
Down.
Down.
I'm max 27. I'm 31 damage. I'm 0 hit points.
Well, at least not dead.
Was that a crit?
No,
Wait.
that was... Yep.
I might just use Chronal Shift on that.
On...
Do
Okay.
it.
On his attack, and you can see within you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. Here, I'll just link it. And it forces the creature to reroll. Has to use the result of the second roll.
Has to use the result?
What should be a natural 20?
That's possible.
It's possible. 21 to hit.
I still get hit.
Okay, 31 piercing, my guy.
I'm
You have
down.
to reroll damage then? If you have to reroll hit, don't you reroll
If I
damage?
reroll no, I don't have to reroll damage
Oh, no, I
because it just gets called. Technically, you should be chrono shifting before I call damage, but I mean, I'm not gonna be an
It
asshole
says I
about
can
it.
do it after or before.
Okay, but I don't reroll damage, do I? Because that would be
No.
like dumb.
No,
Okay, fair enough.
No.
No. You still use the damage. It's just it allows me to see the roll first, and then I can make that action.
Yeah, gotcha. So Riot is unconscious.
My God. Bye
No.
bye, kitty cat.
Do potions last through unconsciousness? Let me look something up real quick.
Oh no, is he gonna start drowning too?
Not. It's not.
We just did this the other day.
No, potions effects on your body last until the potion is out of your system, i.e., 1 hour in this case. Woo! So,
Oh, that's good.
Oh, he's not
while technically you
drowning.
can breathe, you are unconscious. Which is...
Like floating there. Oh, all you hear him saying, soft kitty, warm kitty. In his sleep.
Leader, are you gonna like bump him, like
Oh, that dude dead.
Oh shit.
bump him closer to us so we can start running away?
I also read
Is the
under treasure. I would just want double, triple check this because it's important going forward. Potion of water breathing does not end. No, it just lasts 1 hour. That's good.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Don't
blessing.
try to kill me.
I'm not. I'm honestly just playing the game as written.
I know.
Fair enough. With that being said, it is gonna chomp, and now that it feels the hold on the spear slack off, it's gonna go ahead and swim away. In just random direction at its speed, out of those webs because I don't want to stay in them. Fair enough. We have then Melina's turn.
yeah. I'm going to... If I bump Riot here, that's 5, 10, 15. I don't even know if I can even... If we're even going to be able to get out of this fucking thing.
We just need to grab him so we can like. But he's
back.
stable, right? Riot is stable.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm
No.
still gonna roll
No.
death saves.
Yeah.
Can
Can
I
you get
go
him
here or
to
no?
closer to me so I
So
can stabilize him?
I'm handling Melina's turn, and let's handle each other's requests on your turn, okay? Because I can only handle one character. So Melina, going through enemy through friendlies is difficult terrain. Underwater, if you don't have swimming speed, that's 3 feet of movement per foot of movement. So this is gonna be 15, 20 here.
Oh, whoops. God.
Yeah. So 20 when you end up here.
If
If you're
that's
looking for-
20, then I'm maxed out on speed then, right?
What's
because
your movement
then
speed in the water?
If I have 30, it's halved, so it's 15 because it's difficult.
Hmm. There you go. So
Okay.
to like shove her away.
I mean, fuck. So I can't even get to here then. You said because that was 20 feet. but I
Well,
only
do you
have
want me to
15.
tell you what you can do on your turn, or let you figure it out on your own?
No, I'm just asking if
I
I
can give
can-
you a tip if you want. I just don't know how to answer your question. This will be 20 feet to as the map stands now.
But I only have 15.
But can you do something about the map?
I'm gonna bring.
Can you like bump
You shove
him
yourself.
like closer to me?
No, I can't
Like-
do it myself.
Can't like you don't have to telekinetic thing. You can't bump him closer.
I can, but then that'll block. Unless we can go this little way, because now I'm being tactical about moving through here. But
Well-
you'll be able to get to him in no problem. You can go 5, 10, 15 and still be next to him.
Mm-hmm.
True. Julian,
So-
can you tell us what's on the other side there? Since you're around the bend, can you tell us like what's up here? Like, does it look like we can get out of this
Then what's the
cavern?
point of your vision then if he does that?
Well, we can hear him, can we not?
I mean, I allow people to speak to each other, but like on the turn.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'm just gonna dash action. I don't know what the fuck. That's 20. Here, I'll land there,
Nice.
and then that's my whole turn.
Okay, it's something. Riot, death save, please.
Oh, that's just a
It's on the middle of your sheet, like right below your health.
9.
One failure.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know how to put a 1 on a red. Whatever.
Oh, don't worry. I've marked them.
You marked it off, I know. Okay, fair enough. Then we have Nia's turn.
So Nia goes 5, 10, 10 is good enough. And uses her
20.
healer's kit to stabilize.
Stabilize. You are stabilized, my friend.
Can you do that underwater?
Yeah.
Well, I can use my medicine check instead if you'd rather.
You don't use a medicine check with healer's kit, but yeah, you can stabilize underwater.
And then that's my action, correct?
What does healer's kit say? I believe so. Healer's kit. The kit has 10 uses, which we used one off just now. As an action, you can expend one use of the kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a wisdom medicine check. You have 9 charges of it left.
Awesome. And then from what I can see, that was 10. 15? Cool. There.
30.
I'm done.
Okay. Galvin.
Howdy, everybody.
Howdy.
Okay, so I have 15 movement.
Yes.
Normal, yeah.
I make it to here. Do bows work underwater?
They do at a disadvantage, and they only work at their usual range. The extended range automatically misses.
In that case,
Yeah.
Can I do action dash to be able to move my normal speed? So I can make it like here.
Yeah, in the web.
You'll end up in the web.
Can I make it here?
You'll be moving through your. You can swim above. You can swim above your all out. You can swim because this chamber is 15 feet tall. You can swim above your allies here. You're not going through the tunnel anymore. You can end your turn here if you want.
Go there.
Okay.
Is that within range of the shark?
Yes. It's a huge creature.
I don't. Can I bonus action attack with my offhand?
Not only if you attacked with your main hand as an action. Yes.
I will end my turn here.
Okay, fair enough. You set up a front line. Julian, this is your turn.
I will move here, attack the shark with my daggers. Here's a... Clicked it, waiting to see if it goes through. Doesn't look like it's going through. Okay.
17 hits.
Try again. Ah, there it goes.
You want me to roll damage for you? No, okay. For 5.
And I didn't roll the sneak attack damage for some reason.
Plus 2.
And then bonus action attack again with my dagger.
Fair.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 hits.
Is low AC. For another 5 damage.
It only has natural armor.
And I will move back again without
You cannot.
opportunity attacks.
You can end your turn there. Because you use both your action and bonus action, so you don't no longer have access to dash, and you've moved around a corner.
That's only 5 feet of movement? Or is it 10?
You're mobile, you have 40. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. Sending out front line and being right ahead of it, the shark's going to attempt to take a bite of Galvin. Galvin does not wearing any armor, so let's see how this goes. 21 for 12 piercing damage. Piercing damage against Galvin as you see the shark still spear embedded in it. You can see the spear flash with this luminescent moonlight-like glow encapsulating the whole shark, and then it blinks out of existence for a moment and reappears here.
Oh shit.
Wait, what happened to it? What did it do?
The spear glowed up with a moonlight-like glow, encapsulated the whole shark with that glow, and then it just and blinked out of that spot and reappeared elsewhere.
That's a cool weapon.
Melina.
Okay. It entered where the web is? Does it have to make a save?
It does.
15.
I already rolled for it. Just taking sweet time.
Oh, sorry.
19.
Fuck.
It's fine. It's still an effect. So
All right.
How the fuck did they get a shark in this room? Top of this round, we have Melina then.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what to fucking do. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, this kind of sucks.
You're telling me.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna do something on the beginning of the turn. Can I go back a little bit?
Yeah, it's fine.
As it reappears, it kind of like keeps the same momentum that it was swimming toward Galvin with, and as it reappears, it actually like bashes its head like against this wall, and you can see a crack form in the coral and the stone, and there's a little bit of light trickling from the southern wall. That's about it. Nothing else changes. Okay. So, Melina, what do you do?
I'm gonna use ooh, that's a size. What comes after large? Huge?
Huge.
Okay, god damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna vortex warp this, like this. It has to make a con DC 15 save before I can teleport it.
What ability check am I using?
A DC 15 con.
I rolled Constitution 7.
Alright, fuck him. I want him placed to the back over here in the web still.
How many feet do you move?
90.
Creature? Up to 90?
Total. I can move him up to 90. Anything that I can see within my view.
Target must make a target is if you choose so you can see within range of 90 feet. Target.
It's chronomancy, baby.
Squeeze. Nice. Nope. So just
the only
like
bad
here?
thing, it's a con save, but like a lot of things are con. Put him just a little bit more outside
Here?
of it. Sorry. Yeah, so that's perfect.
Fair enough.
So asking this, technically, if I blinked him out of existence and then made him reappear, he still has to make that same dex save next time.
On
still,
the
right?
beginning of his turn.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. After that, he's stabilized, and fuck that. After this, I'm gonna move back 5, and that's basically my turn.
Alrighty then. Riot, you're stabilized. Sucks.
Blub, blub, blub.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're breathing water, which is great. Megan's turn, I guess. I hate when this happens to players when they don't get a turn. I'm sorry,
when
dude.
it says the target is a point of your choice within range, so is it just within my vision? That's what in range is?
Yes, within sight and within the range specified on a spell. Yes. What are you trying to do?
So you said here there was a spot of light from where it bashed, right?
Yeah, like a crack. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, Nia, seeing the opportunity of light and perhaps escaping this cave, casts Shatter right here.
Go ahead and cast it. Rolling damage and everything.
Yes. Level 2. Yes. However, as the wall is an inanimate thingy, it gets stone.
Well, I mean, creatures made for damage get disadvantage. Objects are just damaged. They don't get to roll to save against it, so they take a total of 5 thunder damage. You see the cracks widen and some of the stone fall away as streaks, rays of light begin to bathe the already lit chamber around you. But there's a source of light on the other side of the wall there. The wall does not collapse altogether, though, being stone. I'm gonna say this
Stalactite over here shatters all together, so it's no longer here, blocking light. What's the range of shatter? 10-foot radius
10.
here? Okay,
It shouldn't hit anybody.
No, you're allies. I'm just double checking.
Okay. As we are, so here, is it just? Oh, did I just like make the hole bigger, or is it big enough? Is the hole big enough that we can like swim through it?
A small creature will be able to squeeze through, but not you. Not sufficient damage. More damage will be required.
Okay. And then I'm going to swim towards the 5, 10, 15. That's how that works. Cool.
If you use verticality, sure. Yep. Calvin.
That's it.
Okay. Alright. So that would be 15 feet to move through Julia.
If you use verticality, yep, sure. It's gonna be 20 of your movement, so you still have 10 left.
Sorry. The pillar blocked them.
Yep, that's how vision works. Do you swim back? Okay.
Nope, not swimming back.
Sure.
We'll go here. We're gonna fire the bow, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it. Another roll for disadvantage.
I forgot to toggle it.
No problem.
Never have untoggled it. There it is.
You learned the bane of ranged weapons underwater.
Yep. That's my turn.
Alright, Julian.
Right. Gonna move.
Question. Is the web spell concentration?
It is.
Can someone dispel the web spell?
The caster can.
Back from the shirt.
Okay.
Right now, that's like the only thing holding us from chomping down on your back line.
An 11 scrapes against this hardened back. Does not hit anything vital.
I will try again with my bonus attack.
Okay. 14 hits.
Aha. For 12 damage.
Fair enough. The shark, I mean, like you're scraping chunks out of it with each dagger strike, sort of throwing toothpicks at it, but it's progress. It remains steady in its thrashing attack. Spear still lodges in it.
Does it look bloody?
Nope.
Oh no.
Julian does a retaliating bite attack hit
Make
against you if I roll
Dex
a
save first?
dex save against what?
You're in the
The
web.
restraint from the web.
Yeah, no, I'm rolling it. It can still attack if it's restrained. It
just-
rolled a 5.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't hit.
So it rolled a 5, meaning that it's restrained. When you're restrained, you roll attacks with disadvantage, correct?
Yep.
So,
Say that again.
when you're restrained in the web, you roll attacks with disadvantage, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. It rolled a natural 20 and a 15.
Thank
So-
God.
15 to
15 does not hit Julian. Julian, do you want to know how much damage I would have rolled against you if it did hit the natural 20?
I
I'm
wanna
curious.
see.
How much
Tell
health?
me.
How much health do you have?
24.
What's that doubled?
48. You would have fucking insta-died.
I would have instant died.
You would have got chomped in half, dude.
So no, he's not dropping the web spell.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not dropping it.
Melina
web
just
spell
saved my
is
life.
the only thing keeping Riot from being literally one bite gone.
Fair enough. That's the it misses, so restraint
What is
does
this
not benefit.
megalodon of a shark?
It's restrained. You're actually preventing one of its abilities from triggering off when it misses. Interesting. Okay, Melina then. Top of the round, you see shadows appear behind the shark. One of them is Aojabe, followed by the rest of the party. as your rivals have now caught up to you guys.
Oof. Well, I'm
Let's
just
work our way out
gonna.
of here.
Nia, were you going for the hole? Like, are you gonna try and pry it, or were you looking like you were gonna go over there, or were you still like more engaged in battle?
I only have one spell slot left, and I am not an attacker. So all I got this, and I have one spell slot, which I was going to use to get Ryan back on his feet.
Okay. How far is Jave? Oh, fuck. I was gonna try to bump her closer to the shark, just to be like, hey, get in here.
She like turns around the corner, just gets pulled in.
Actually, could I do that from here? Because I didn't know they were gonna be on here. Technically, I could.
Yeah, you just see her coming around the corner, swimming at full speed, being a water genocide. She has like a spearhead like in front of her, and she just like yells like rally, and charges in.
Okay, if she looks like she's going to attack and everything, then I am going to go for it. Well, for some reason it didn't work, but I went to the right and then down diagonally, using 10 feet. And then I'm going to bonus action telekinetic shove her closer, and to try to give her that momentum to like really get like a good, attack in.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And AO jab. If she wants to,
AO jab.
AO jab. And then I'm just going to shoot a magic missile directly at the shark. And that bardic inspiration that I had earlier, is that still on me, or how long does that last for?
No, you only get to use it once on one die.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
It gives you one die roll.
Oh, okay.
Here you go.
I'm gonna magic missile then the shark at first level.
It lasts 10 minutes. What are you asking me? Like duration, or did you already use
No,
it?
the point is it's only one die within 10 minutes of when
Did you already use it?
Yeah, I used it earlier on.
There you go. So fair enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 direct.
Direct hits. Still not bloodied, but it's distracting hits as you attack together as a team.
Jeebus cribes.
Riot.
Can I use my last feat, last movement to end here at the light, or no? Like, can I be in that square?
Do you have 10 feet remaining?
Oh, whoops. God damn it. I had...
Do yourself a favor, don't draw on the map, because it becomes like a token not on my layer.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, then it just ends here.
I mean, you're by the cracks. I mean, for all...
Oh, actually, no. You know what? I did have 30. I only moved 2 spaces.
Cool, yeah. Alright, you're still unconscious. Unfortunately, this sucks, buddy, but at least you're alive. I hate that a player does not get a turn because there's no healing, but...
Can't use a hit
I'm
die?
the one with the healing.
Yeah.
It's coming,
That's
buddy.
the funny part. No, I have like 2 spells for healing too. It's hilarious.
Megan, it's your turn.
Cool. Since we're underwater, can I use my... I know it's 10 pounds, but we're underwater. Can I use my mage hand to... Actually, no, I don't want to use it because that uses my action. I'm just going to cast Cure Wound on Riot.
Go for it. 8 hit points back to you, Riot, as you back to consciousness.
Yay.
Finally. Alright, fair enough. Anything else on your turn then?
Reinforcements have arrived.
I'm going to move closer to the cracks with Melina.
Fair enough.
Woo, okay, that puts me out of the room. Okay, listen.
The other party simply moves up as they're traveling a tunnel as well. Yep.
Prepping a weapon, does that an action? Like
Prepping a weapon to do what?
Should I just have my rapier in hand?
Withdrawing weapon, you can pick up or withdraw a weapon for free on your turn, like for once, like for one weapon.
Cool. I withdraw my rapier.
Fair enough. Galvin, then.
Hi. So can I swim above the web,
Yeah.
or is it that entire?
Well, no, it's a cube actually, because right, it's a 20-foot cube, meaning that it's up to the ceiling and across the floor.
Right. So is the shark in the bottom of the cube? The middle
It's swimming in the middle of it. It's about 10 feet above the sand.
Okay. Neat. Is the thing we're looking for with the shark?
The thing you're looking for is what?
I forget how you called it, but
Thing you're competing for, this entire race is for,
Yes.
is currently in your rogue's pocket,
Oh, fantastic.
and has been for the last 36 seconds.
How about we just dip out of here? Are you guys going into that hole?
We need to make the hole bigger. It's not big enough yet.
Okay.
There are several exits out of this chamber. Looking around where, especially we spawned, we saw another one to the north. There's one right across the room, and there was the one directly behind you where you entered from.
Well, I could be useful at that, so I guess I'll try and make my way over there.
Sure, you can move right beside Megan's character
This side?
at your speed. Yep, because using verticality, you're just swimming above or below Riot.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to use my action to dash so I can at least get over here.
Sure.
So I can be a little bit of a back guard there for Melania.
Sure, either here or here with your dash. That's
Yeah, I'll go here so it can't get directly behind Melania.
sure thing. This ghost area moves up the tunnel. They're moving instead of flying through a 5x5 tunnel, so that's not the best. Julian, then. Having escaped death just now, what do you do?
We are still attacking.
Okay. I see a
Scary,
rock, I hit it.
But it is scary, but we will be fine.
23 hits.
Healing, so it's up to Riot.
Total of 11.
Riot's staying quiet until it's his turn.
I
You
have
have-
no spell slots left. All I have is my cantrips.
You haven't blooded it yet. What do you do? Does his attacks have advantage against this creature if he's restrained? Yes.
Oh,
So roll again. I'm gonna say 23 hit, and then you can do an offhand attack with advantage as well. 25 hits.
there was a chance for. I rolled a 19 chance of crit. Oh well. And now I will move away from it.
You rolled a 19 where? I see a 17.
The 25 was a 19.
Oh, so that's a crit.
No, I didn't have it.
No, that's my curse that was on it.
I
True.
was saying I was so close to getting a 20.
Fair enough.
Then I move
Okay.
away, and that's my turn.
You're all confusing me. Two warlocks in a party. Fair enough. The shark starts its turn there. It's still restrained. Does it rule something to escape restraint?
Yeah.
If it wants to, it has to use its action to strength save against my DC.
No, it's gonna turn an AO Jabby. That's fine. It's not a smart creature. It's gonna thrush around and bite this creature, and you thrush her within range. All right,
It's a
coolio.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yep.
Didn't Melina's kinetic thing already send her flying at it
Yeah. Straight to the jaws.
on Melina's turn?
20 piercing damage against Aojabe, as we have then Aojabe retaliate back with a spear thrust. And Melina, you're on deck. Let me just handle Aojabe's turn real quick. A harpoon with advantage. 21 to hit for 12 piercing damage. Bloodying the creature. Let me also see
Other
here.
creature's dying.
Okay, cool. Melina then, top of the round.
I want to try and move away the wall that was previously shattered and try to see what the light is.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me like an athletics check as you're trying to pry apart the stones from the wall and sort of part them away. I'm assuming you're just using your bare hands.
2.
Yeah, you're an academic scholar. Not athletics seldom something you excelled at, and it shows. As you begin to pry away the wall, it begins to collapse, giving way to the following. So Melina, Galvin, and Nia, go ahead and roll me dexterity saves.
Even with the 4. Wait, I did that on disadvantage, but it doesn't really matter.
As the wall collapses, Nia and Melina and Galvin, you as well, roll me a dexterity save. Walls fall from the ceiling and a mudslide happens. Melina, you take 4 bludgeoning damage. Nia, you take 8 bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to roll for Hunter because he's not responsive, so... Riot, it is the beginning of your turn then. Unless, Melina, you want to do anything else. Sorry. Shouldn't be skipping you.
No, with that, we're saying that took my action then, right?
Yeah, it would have taken your action to pry part of the wall.
Then, it's still not big enough to, like, can I wiggle through there?
Yes, a medium creature can squeeze through. It's gonna be the same as moving through your, like, allies. Because it's difficult terrain
yeah, I
on the
have
water.
full movement.
Okay. It'll be like you can move 10 feet ahead, essentially. 10 feet. Because you have 30 feet of movement, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. It's a squeeze, but you're pretty confident the shark is not going to get here. As you squeeze on through, peering beyond, the cramped passage bends upwards up on the tunnel, becoming sort of vertical. You see golden light radiate from the upper end of the shaft, and as you sort of squeeze on through toward the entrance, you can barely see the watery environment gives way to air. Like there's a surface water above you.
Nice. So
alrighty then. Riot, you're on deck.
Riot's gonna move 5, 10. Well, right up against the edge here. Well, I guess right there. And he's gonna use Cure Wounds on himself.
Fair enough.
I can remove my failure, can't I?
Yeah, you can remove your failure. Once you're recovered once you're stabilized, those go away. So go ahead and roll for your HP recovery from Cure Wounds. As you spend your action on that.
9.
9 additional. Go ahead and add it. Anything else in your turn?
That's it. I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. Funny thing about restraining a huge shark at the entrance of your backup rally is that Aojabi is the only one who gets to attack because they're all like behind her, like stuck. So Maggie does not get a turn again. We have Vegan's turn.
Nia, rather bloodied herself, goes towards the gap. I think I can make it through the gap, or at least
you can move this close.
Can I dash into it?
You can. Dashing will give you your movement. Yeah, you can dash past.
Melina, I can go here.
No, we said it was 15. No, even with dash. Yeah, even with dash squeezing through difficult terrain, it wouldn't be. But you can be right behind her, so yeah.
Okay.
Squeezing traversal.
And without it, I can only get to here, right?
Yeah.
I'll only go to here so that way people can't buy me. But as I don't have access to my mage hand. As we're underwater. And I know that my mage hand only has a thing of 10 pounds, but we're underwater. So could I use my mage hand to, like, move it towards Julian and, like, pull it forward a bit?
No, you cannot drag Julian.
Not even though we're underwater?
Yes, not even though you're underwater, you cannot, yes. Julian does not weigh 10 pounds underwater.
Well,
Julian does not weigh 10 pounds underwater. I'm not going to repeat myself. What do you want to do?
All good then.
Okay. Awkward jingle line going on here. Galvin, it's just top of the round. Not top of the round. It's your turn, rather. You back yet?
Alright, have people made it through the hole? Yes?
You saw Melina disappear into the hole, and she's about 3/4 through it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll hold the line here, wait for Riot and Julian to get in, so I will ready an action
Mm-hmm.
to attack anything that gets within 5 feet of me with my short sword.
Anything hostile. Fair enough.
Yes. That'll be my turn.
Okay. I'm rolling for Olga Sariad's attack here. 19 hit for 14 necrotic. Okay. And 5 temporary hit points. Okay. 14 necrotic. Julian, your turn. As you can see, some of the shark's shape shimmers a little bit and stutters as if breaking hold with reality a little bit, and then something is siphoned out of it and toward the tunnel where your rivals are coming from into Galvin's hand. Peering around the corner, what do you do?
I'm going to... You know what? I might as well use this thing. I'm gonna activate the Metal of the God. Late better than ever. So I have all my movement. Gonna move here. Now, I believe that if you have a swim speed, you can...
Then it doesn't pose a disadvantage on your
without-
attacks. Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna be attacking with my rapier with advantage.
Yep. Still a trained creature. 14 hits. 12 piercing damage. Big damage.
Also add 3 sneak. And then bonus action dagger. Does a 13 hit.
A 13 just hits. 7 additional.
7 piercing damage.
The creature is still thrashing about, murking the water in its blood, but, on its last fighting fins. You end your turn in its... Okay, fair enough. Mind you, you use your bonus action to attack, right? So...
Yep.
Alright.
Well, mobile feet.
Yeah, does not get an attack opportunity on you. Fair enough. The shark then turns toward Ao, Jabbit, the closest being. It's not going to use its action to unstraighten itself. It's pretty much webbed. You hear the sounds of struggle coming from the beginning of that tunnel as Ao suffers an additional 14 piercing damage. Ao is bloodied.
Is she still conscious?
She's
Oh my
bloodied.
gosh, she is tanky.
Did that shark make it with disadvantage still?
Yes.
Okay.
23 with disadvantage.
I'm impressed that she took 1 hit.
Guess it was the max.
Ao Jabe rolls a total of 16 plus 13. 16 plus 13 piercing damage against the shark. With 2 quick thrusts to like some jugular system, rupturing a blood vessel, you see her jab it under the chin of the shark and skewer it, killing it.
Oh
Aww.
my gosh.
Thank God.
Wow. Jillian is very impressed. She took 2 bites and killed the thing.
You feel your hex drop then, right? As the shark
I
is indeed
get-
dead.
Oh wait, how much health do I get? I forget. Bit. Where's my
I think
curse?
the warlock level plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, so that'd be 4. Hey, I'm
Hey,
almost back to full health.
Ao has to roll me a dexterity saving throw as she maneuvers through the webs, harpoon in hand, toward you guys. Rolling a 5, she's restrained.
Man, that spear looks so nice. I want it.
Can she swim? I can't
That's
really see, but
crazy.
can she swim like to the side over
No.
here? Oh, okay, I can't see it.
No.
Melina.
Melina then. Don't worry about it. Your
I
strength for
dropped
tunnel.
the I dropped the spell.
Yeah, your party is still fighting the shark back there. Whatever. I guess we're not gonna do that. Just drop the spell.
And then I'm gonna swim all the way over here and see what this bright light is, and it's so mesmerizing.
Yes. So, as you swim past the tunnel, I'm gonna go ahead and roll us out of initiative for the sake of a role play here because they're not hostile toward you guys, thanks to your prior actions, and the shark is dead. So for the sake of tokens as well, I'm gonna just do this as well. I'm gonna make the rest of the tunnel collapse a little bit. There we go. As you swim inside, the watery environment gives way to a cavern dotted with trees and pools of water. It is air here. You're above water at this point. Sorry. The walls are covered in vines of green ivy, interspersed with colorful flowers. Parts of the cavern are even open to the sky above. In the middle of the cavern is a sphere of pale light surrounding a crystal pedestal, upon which rests a golden pendant attached to like a fine golden chain. It seems to glitter like sunrise before you. You have a few seconds before everybody else kind of sort of begins to maneuver into this chamber, so you find yourself alone here. Do you do anything and take advantage of this moment?
I mean, I would let Naya and Galvin come through, and then like right when they get to like the crest. Or like the mouth of like the hole and everything, I'll signal that there's an item here, and then I'll go to retrieve it, and then touch it, pick it up with a mighty inquisitive look.
Is Ao's group removing the javelin or the spear from the shark yet, or no?
You see Maggie approach the shark and begin to grasp the body and look at a spear, and she has like very sorry look in her eyes. As if she pities the thing, and she begins to like wrench the spear out of it.
Riot's gonna swim up to Maggie and say, "Don't feel sadness for it. It put up a really good fight. It almost ate me," and pats his chest with a smile.
But you lived, and it didn't.
Maybe you can heal it a little bit, and they'll still be alive.
She looks with hopeful gaze toward Dermont, and he just sadly shakes its head. And she just says, "This is all too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Unnecessary." She seems really saddened by the death of this animal, but, wrenches the spear out of its gut. Seems to catch the moonlight with a certain glimmer, and as she wrenches it away from the shark body, it sinks to the bottom of the chamber and stops glowing altogether, the glow only remaining on the sphere.
It was a blunder of ours. Lining up like that, going through the other chambers, squeezing. We were too slow. Maybe we could have stopped this senseless violence, but it's done. You're lucky to live.
Sorry about the shark. It was definitely a fearsome beast.
No,
That
it's okay.
spirit in
I
it.
understand. You protected yourself. It's only logical.
That spear gave it great strength. Maybe it will help you. It allowed it to oh, I don't even know that. Sorry. It gave great strength in it. It used it to eat me. I hope you guys can use that well. And Riot will slowly swim towards the crevice.
Then Maggie's gaze sort of follows you toward the light. What was that, Julian?
I'll tell them, that spear appears to be very powerful. The shark, it was like teleporting around while fighting us.
She looks at it, at the blood, kind of sort of cast across it, and there's a sort of look of disgust. She just sort of lets it go, lets it sink to the bottom of the chamber, not heeding it in mind. And then she looks toward where Riot is swimming, toward the light, and You see her and her group sort of shift their attention toward that entrance. Well, you beat us to it. You beat us to the gem. I guess it's stored there.
Looks like it. Well, actually, we did beat you to it, and I'll pull out the gem out of my pocket to show it to them. This was the gem, I think, that they have wanted us to get for the competition. I don't know what's in there.
Oh. And then you see like Ao's eyes light up, and she says, "Adventure awaits. Let's go." And she begins to maneuver towards
Do they
south.
not care about? Do they not care?
They
about
lost.
The spear?
No,
Like,
I'm
he just
picking up
drops
that
it.
spear. Don't worry, I got it.
Thank you.
I
Thank
will-
you. Thank you.
Well, since Mackie dropped it, I will like pick it up as I make my way to where everyone else is going.
Fair enough.
What did Ao say when she found out that Julian has the emerald?
Oh, well, you won. She
Yeah.
is not one to, cheat, to engage in lethal combat to try and rob you from it. And besides, something else has caught her eyes currently as they and you guys maneuver to the southern sort of chamber to investigate the light. I mean, you guys won fair and square. You beat them. It would have been the other way around if they made it here first.
As
I wonder if
Riot
they intend to
enters
shoot
the glowing chamber, Nia approaches him and is like, "Any chance you could spare a cure?" And she's like bleeding rather profusely.
Right. Well, wrap her arms around, give her a hug, and as he hugs her, he'll pat and cast cure. Lay on hands on her and give her 10 health.
Is that how that
So-
works?
Yep. I have an
Just 10
ability. I have an ability that gives me lay on hands that I can actually give you 10 health. Basically, this is what it is.
Cool.
Paladins.
I can also cure 1 disease if I use 5 of it, and I believe it restores at a long rest.
Right. As you guys gather around the chamber and heal up, the soreness of your wounds abates a little bit. Go ahead and recover an extra 1d6 in this chamber.
Yay.
As
Oh,
the
sweet.
light
That
around
must
the
be a
pedestal
1d6.
begins to sort of
How do you
glow
roll these things again?
more intense around this artifact on the pedestal, this golden medallion on its chain. As your rivals also begin to enter the chamber, they hesitantly approach the pedestal. You can see Aojabe is especially excited about this all. She is hesitant to touch the thing and sort of nods toward Melina. What do you figure this is? If it's not part of this competition.
No, this happened accidentally when we were in here fighting. A little bit of the light poked through when the shark went into a frenzy. I just looked upon it myself, and I'm still trying to figure out what it is. And then after that, she'll, lend out like a hand to try to like palm it and like bring it close.
Okay.
And touch it.
Aojabe goes, kind of sort of peering out of the chamber. Well, this place has been here before. It seems pre-constructed, though nature did take over a little bit. But I wonder, and that's where her words cut off, because as soon as you touch the thing, the light around the pedestal fades, and you feel yourself become weightless once more, as if underwater. All of you feel this sensation. Your surroundings shifting a little bit, becoming spectral. And then before you, a figure forms in the form of like a male human. It rises from the amulet, angelic in its glow. You see the man is dressed in leather armor and a tattered red cape and wears this round shield. His face is as if chiseled by marble, framed by curly brown hair, and bears a melancholic expression. This spectre from the amulet pleads in an echoing voice, "I am here
imprisoned. Please, help me. And then suddenly, the very ground beneath your feet vanishes, and you sense yourself fall, tumbling through a vortex of golden light. You fall deeper, 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 then suddenly stop. The golden light subsides, and you find yourself suspended in pitch black, like an expanse all throughout. You feel the water buoying you. This vermilion red light appears in the distance, illuminating the melancholy warrior who is now shackled to the ground by these disgusting strands of fleshy crimson substance that seem to have adhered to his armor and flesh. He raises his gaze to the heavens, sobbing, chokes out, Moony Weaver, I beg you, guide those with the power to save me to the sites where first I prayed to you. He looks around and his eyes settle on you. Oh, gods, but there you are. Listen quickly. My name is Elixion. I am lost in darkness, forgotten. Long ago I prayed to the Changebringer and the gods in the heart of the Temple of Evil. You will find traces of me there. I beg you, take my jewel there. Seek out... And then his voice fades. You feel consciousness leaving you as an immense pressure of these depths you find yourself in crush all around you, crushing the life out of you. Elixion's voice is the last thing you hear before you feel yourself pass out. Save me, please. As that's where we're gonna call our session tonight.
Nice.
Neat. Took a little bit longer than expected, but I had fun nonetheless.
I got most of that written down.
I can post it for you if you want for your journal.
Please post an RP channel.
Ooh.
Ooh, big.
Yeah. Fair enough. So we'll pick up from next session next week then. Same time, same place. As always, thank you for gathering, and I appreciate nobody being like an hour late or anything. I know life happens, but you know, it's always awesome when we can start on time. Awesome.
Are we gonna be starting in like the same cavern, or are we gonna be back in town?
You'll see. Probably the same. We're gonna pick up from where we last left off, so probably the same place. Yeah, and I'm not gonna 3 months later.
Or more. I was just wondering if we were gonna be getting a rest in between this session next.
Rest will be played in session. So if you get an opportunity to rest, you'll play it in session. Yes.
Okay.
So don't hit that long short rest button just yet. Exactly. Any other questions or concerns?
I don't think so.
Cool. Kudos to Will. I know it's rough when you skip 2 whole combat turns unconscious. I know it sucks, but
it's all good. I mean, that's what the tank does, right?
I guess.
I tried, Riot.
Yeah,
and then I got distracted. I got distracted by the light. I was just like, oh my god, light, get us out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Literally a moth. She's like...
Right. If there are no other questions or concerns toward me, I won't hold people from going to bed or whatever it is you guys do. I'll hang about for a few more minutes if people just want to chat after, as always. But I think I'm going to cut the recording here, and we'll just pick up from next time.
We'll be going to bed. Good night.